Lord, pretty will all of us, whether we speak all of you.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Shalom, everybody.
Hey, shalom, 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 shalom.
And
What's happening?
took a little brief pause there, man, but we're back and
Yes.
in full effect. So welcome to another wondrous and exciting and vibrant episode of EOI Deep Basics.
Deep basics.
When last we met, we went over that first table of the Ten Commandments, man, and it was a very, very interesting class. And we all derived great understanding from that class that Elder King Yohanan was able to bring to us, out of the goodness of his heart. Most High gave him the insight to bring it to you all. And I know I enjoyed it, and I'm pretty sure most of you all enjoyed it. But we'd also like to welcome our detractors who probably had something to say about it. But that's okay. Want to go ahead and give a shout out to old Elder Cortez and Elder Lex for life.
Yeah, that's right.
Rocking with us for a minute. They off in that chat. And just so y'all know, we teach the spiritual doctrine of 2 or 3 precepts to substantiate what words mean in the Bible, which is the doctrine that Christ left us.
That is the law.
Yes, that is the new law. If you follow Christ, then you follow that doctrine. We ain't here to debate with you. We just telling you what we teach. You can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But our elders follow that same doctrine. You got elders all in that chat. Okay. We got elders from all over. We ain't the only ones know this. We ain't trying to be nobody Lord.
No.
Ain't trying to get an extra ladle of soup. Nothing like that. We don't need nothing from you.
You don't need the pomegranate wine?
Nah, well, the pomegranate wine would be nice, but I don't want to end up looking like y'all was sip on this thing. So I'm gonna go on ahead and refrain. But we do appreciate the support that y'all give us, man. We kind of yuck it up a little bit, man, but y'all know we love the Lord and we love bringing this thing to you.
Yes, indeed.
All right. So, are you going to do the house cleaning or are you going to?
Yeah. Yes, we had a issue. Stand by. People that was following us said that we weren't teaching for some months now. And they didn't realize that we were teaching live. So if we're looking on the screen. All right. This is our elders of Israel age. Is that what you guys see?
Yeah, that's what I see.
Okay. If you come to our Elders of Israel YouTube channel, you see all the videos that we have, 269. However, of those of you at home or on your phone, if you click over to the live section right here, you'll see all of our videos that we went live with that you probably had missed. It's quite a few. Starting with Is Christmas Sin all the way to the one you're currently watching. And for those who still don't understand the nomenclature of YouTube, we will drop the videos one a day until we catch up so you can catch all the classes that you missed. That's how much we love you.
Ain't that love?
That's a lot of love.
Ain't it love? Love thy neighbor. That's what we all
love.
With no money.
No money.
Yes.
You ain't got to flip me a quarter. I'm gonna get
You ain't got to bow down. You ain't got to bow down.
I know that's right. Make sure you call me before you go into your job interview.
What you say? Hey, if I come to your neighborhood, give me some water.
Let me get
Put a little ice in it.
glass
You
of
ain't
water.
gotta buy me no land.
You ain't got to buy no land. No, we're not having no Jerry Lewis telethon.
Nah.
Land.
Boy, them folks over there at IUIC ain't nothing but a bunch of Jerry's kids.
Yeah, bro.
Went up in there.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, say, how you a Jerry kid and you got to give them money? Come on,
Gotta give 'em money.
But here's the thing, though. God said, you gonna take the kingdom. They said, we gonna buy the kingdom.
Yeah.
That dog.
You know what I'm saying? That's
The
why
Most High
it's
says it's
important.
not for sale that way.
I know
He says
that's
it's not
right.
for sale that way. Nah.
It's important you look at that small print.
Yeah.
That buy versus buy versus take.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The small print say take.
Right.
So, you know, I guess if you just listen to somebody who got a big mouth and y'all figure that he know more than everybody else simply because he got that big mouth, that allows you to be taken advantage of. And they end up beguiling you. And then the next thing you know, you're looking simple.
Yeah.
But nonetheless,
yes,
we wanted to make sure that y'all knew the proper means by which y'all could find the live versus the ones that we've recorded. Okay, so because I got an email from a friend of the show, and he said, man, y'all haven't done a video in 4 months. I was like, oh my, what is he talking about? And then it occurred to me, he probably didn't know that we was doing live shows versus the shows on the videos. All right. So, but nonetheless, as Elder Yohanan told you, we're going to try to make sure that we can get you guys, some of you guys who think we stopped teaching, we just going to go on ahead and put them on the video section so that you can get caught up. All right. No harm, no foul.
That's
now, as you all have been waiting, and I've been waiting and anticipating, with bated breath, man. I tell you, man, it's you get that old pitter pat, man, and you want to get some information about the Bible, man, and you're looking. Your little brother's there, man, and he's ready to go. He's like, let me at him, let me at him. I'm holding that chain, trying to hold him back. Hold on, son. We got to do this in a timely manner.
We're going to get a spike. We're going to get him a high spike. Yes. Yeah.
That's right. All praises to the Most High. But without further ado, man, we're going to let Elder King Yohanan get in here and try and give you just a smidge more information about these 10 commandments. As you see, there's more to the 10 commandments than you thought.
Yes. Well, we're going to start. We're going to start at Exodus 32:1. Mm-hmm. We're going to skip around a little bit. We're just giving you the precursor of what happened and why I'm about to explain in Exodus 34 and Deuteronomy 5. While the Lord gave him a breakdown of what he was telling Moses. I'm going to show it to you. All right, so without further ado, Elder Jericho.
Yes, sir.
Jericho.
Break the walls down.
Well, a monster on the walls.
Right.
Man. Exodus chapter 32 and verse 1. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down of the mount, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron.
Stop. So who are they following? Are they following God? They started following Aaron.
Correct.
All right. Read.
And said unto him, up, make us gods.
Hold on. He's not talking about make us gods as in stone and statues. He's saying make us gods. Make us elevated over the people. Remember in the last commandment, it said thou shalt have no other gods. So these are not gods that God sent. The Lord sent. So we don't get confused. That the Lord sent. They said make us gods. We want to be gods. Who else walk around this earth right now saying that they're gods?
Right.
It's talking about a certain people. They manifested themselves. I know you seem like we picking on them, but that they're made for us to teach off of. That's what God manifested them for.
That scripture in what is it? Romans 15:4.
You want to get it? Let me get it.
Yeah, just go and get it. Everything you watching that you reading, he put it in there for a reason. Because you're gonna see it in your day. All right. You're gonna see it in your day. And whenever you see it, you ain't gonna be able to say, Lord, why didn't you give me a sign? He's showing you, all right, who these people are. All right. Y'all have to take the time to listen to the Most High whenever he's speaking to y'all.
Yes. Let me add something in on that too, and I just talk it through. When he said Moses, he's talking about you elders. You're similar to for Moses. He said, come down from the mount. Y'all got this spiritual interpretation. You are elevated. Come down to teach them. Right. Moses delayed coming down. He was so spiritual, he did not come down to teach them at this moment. Now, this the moment you got to teach them the spiritual, carnal. Moses messed up. You got to start them with that spiritual, carnal. He delayed. So the people started listening to the what? Carnal.
Aaron.
Yeah. Aaron. He was teaching that carnal. Go ahead.
Read that, Elder.
Yes, sir. Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things
are doctrines. That's what is Daniel 10:1. Excuse me. Mark 1 and 27, I think it is. Yeah.
Were written aforetime.
All of this stuff, these precepts and so forth, they was written before time. Read.
Were written for our learning.
The Most High, he gave the prophets the ability to see what would happen in our day. And he made them write it down. So all of this stuff that we bring out that they keep in that black highlighter, all those things, the Most High told the prophets to write it down so that the people would be able to have a similitude so that whenever they see it, that's a sign. All right. That's wisdom. So that you able to see how the Bible is actually a real book. Read.
That we through patience.
You have to be patient. All right. If you go up in there and you just want to hurry up and try, but I'm excited about this particular agenda, right? And you trying to do whatever you can to get notoriety or this or that and the third. All right. Your agenda is your own doctrine. All right.
Abiding God.
But as a prophet, you have to take the time to learn how to use 2 or 3. It take time to use 2 or 3. It take patience to reach that 2 or 3 to get the right answer. All right. Instead of these fools sitting up here reading the literal telling you that's what it means. All right.
Repeat. The read and repeat doctrine.
Exactly. So you have to have patience. Read.
And comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Now we got hope because we had the patience. We got the comfort, which is the understanding of what the scripture is saying. Now we got hope. All right. Because he's showing us stuff. He's showing you through this story here. If you'll listen to him, he's showing you what's happening today. It's a similitude. It's a similitude. We don't teach history book. We teach the prophecy book. That's the Bible. Right. Prophecy is what's happening in your day. You can go on back, yo.
Yes, sir.
Let me bring up one to back that up because it's gonna bag it up.
Right.
Go to 1 Corinthians 10 and 7. I don't know if you had this within your class, Elder King. You had it.
No, actually, I was straight on there. So whatever y'all bring it, whatever y'all bring, I'm reading straight. I'm going straight through.
All praise to the Most High. And we're going to read through 11.
All right. Go ahead, Elder.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 7. Neither be ye idolaters.
Elder King, your hand, and most likely going to bring up some of this idolaters. You idle on your understanding, so anybody can come and sweep you away with the carnal interpretation.
Right.
Every word you're supposed to look up what it actually means, carnal, spiritual. Read.
As were some of them,
Uh-huh.
as it is written, the
Some
people.
Some people grab on to the carnal. God ain't talking about the carnal. He live in the spiritual world. So you got to get the 2 or 3 precepts to back up per from what he's talking about. Because if you don't, you can be easily beguiled by somebody teaching carnally. Read.
The people sat down to eat and drink.
Eat for us eat. Eat mean learn. That's one word. And drink, learn. That's not, it has nothing to do with your tummy. Read.
And rose up to play.
That's what happened to them IUIC camps. Them IUIC camps, the One West camps, they playing. You're on the wrong path, young man. And like I say, civil suits are coming. Read.
And whenever, before you go, whenever you talking about that play, all right, another word for play is folly. All right, another word for play is folly. When you see folly in the Bible, it's talking about them vain, wicked, carnal beliefs. All right, they rose up to the carnal understanding. All right, Moses done went up to get the spiritual understanding for them. They done went and got tricked into following the carnal.
The carnal.
Right? That's what it's talking about when they say they rose up to play. The people sat down to eat and drink, meaning they learning.
Garbage.
They was learning garbage. That's what it's telling you.
I come to do my father's business. I'm not playing. Civil suits are coming. Read.
The next verse.
And rose up to play.
Got carnal interpretation. Now you think you know what you're talking about. It's garbage. Read.
Verse 8. Neither let us commit fornication.
Because if you go carnal, you're lying.
Yeah,
When you started teaching carnal, you're lying. Read.
As some of them committed.
All of them over there at IUIC on the street. Nothing but harlots. Read.
And fell in one day.
You think you got the real light. That's carnal interpretation. That man taught you to hate the white man and took away your salvation. That's the light that you saw and you failed right then. He corrupt you. He recreated the old man. There you go again, a fool. Read.
23,000.
What do that mean? 3. You was at the level 3.
Yep.
Pointed out saying you once could keep that hatred out you. Now you don't corrupt it. You once could stand up and stop that flood coming in with that hatred. Now your salvation at jeopardy. Next verse.
Hold on, let's get that that fornication. It's 14:12. Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon. That's it. Yeah, idols, dividing of idols.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14 and verse 12. For the devising of idols.
Those lying. They devise schemes against you. They got you hating, like the elder said.
Was the beginning of spiritual fornication.
That's what happened. They got you looking at the Bible carnally. That's spiritual fornication. He turned your back
Now they're
against
saying
God.
that's the spiritual way.
Right.
Now you're lying on the spiritual.
Right.
Calling carnal spiritual.
Right.
And the invention of them, the corruption of life.
They corrupt the Bible. They lying on the Bible. That's the corruption. They're teaching you carnally and getting you to hate your brother, getting you to hate all these nations. thinking that you better than everybody else, that you could tell somebody who get in the kingdom of heaven or not, but you can't because you're just a man trying to make it yourself. That's fornication.
Civil suits are coming. Give them all your money. It ain't gonna work. Go back to where you were.
First Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 9. Neither let us tempt Christ.
That's what y'all done, IUIC members.
Tempt Christ whenever you choose that carnal over his doctrine. That's how you tempt him. Every time y'all, like this, sometimes they say he crucified him again. But that's what y'all doing whenever y'all go and y'all teach the carnal way after you have learned the spiritual way. You foolish Galatians.
Right. You go precept upon precept and fall backwards.
Exactly.
Yes. As some of them also tempted and were destroyed of serpents.
Serpents. Person go to and fro in the earth. Carnal, spiritual. That carnal don't have nothing to do with your salvation. You're gonna take away your salvation. Read. Acting like a fool. Next verse.
Verse 10. Neither murmur ye.
Doggone right. A lot of them shut up. Bishop Nathaniel, what you call Bishop Nathaniel, he shuts his face when he see us. He shut his mouth. We came out and told you he's a light bearer, but you're still up on that. You don't gave away all your money for your doggone taxes.
Right. Yeah, blitz you for your tax return.
That's right.
Comments. Read.
And thank you for that precept as well, Elder Cortez, for fornication as well. Y'all keep in them chats. Y'all see these precepts be showing up in that chat. Go ahead, Elder.
As some of them also murmured and were destroyed of the destroyer.
You see that? He destroying you. You keep talking against this spiritual interpretation. Read. Next verse. It's it.
Verse 11. Now all these things happened unto them for...
You're supposed to learn Romans 15 and 4. Elder Uncle Stephen had brought it up. Learn from the mistakes. Read.
For in samples.
Now you're out there butt naked on the street, hollering at everybody, trying to rule over people's household, and don't even know God's law. Simple. Read.
And they are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come.
See that carnal interpretation? They seeing it.
Yeah.
They seeing it now.
Like he said, it's written for our admonition. It's a warning.
Yes.
It's a warning to you.
Silver suits coming. Go back to it there.
Yes,
I
sir.
come to do my father's business.
Read that again, Elder, so we get the thought back.
Yes, sir. Exodus 32 and 1. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him, Up, make us gods, which shall go before us.
They gonna have a doctrine, like what you say, Elder. They have a doctrine that go before them. How'd you explain it to me earlier?
Yeah, what they did. He's saying, make us gods, right? A god is a man with a doctrine. So what they doing? They done got tired of waiting on. They done got tired of waiting on the righteous, right? So they done went to Aaron, right? For Aaron to help them craft a doctrine to make them the gods in place of Moses. Y'all see that they owned a competing doctrine with God doctrine, like Elder Samuel said. The Moses, he took too long. Some of y'all know this doctrine and y'all ain't teaching it. All right, y'all supposed to be teaching. Once y'all find out what this thing mean, y'all need to start teaching, because if you don't teach, then the people gonna get distracted by these other nuts that keep coming up. right?
Serpents.
Yeah, that's the serpents we was reading about that they destroyed by serpents. We just read it.
Yep.
So, but you got a situation where the people, they gathered to the carnal preacher when the gathering is to Christ. All right. So what they want him to do is to help them to get the understanding where they can become their own God. That's what Bishop Nathaniel does. All right. He goes, everybody go over there, they learn his doctrine, and they spill off from him. They teaching his same doctrine.
Yep.
And he sell them everything against rich, and they get dumber, and dumber.
Right. And destroying the congregation. And they say, which shall go before us, right? Okay. Remember, like the Most High told, he told Abraham, walk before me, right? So they got their own doctrine. When Abram walked before the Most High, he had the Most High doctrine. These people are getting ready to have Aaron doctrine. Y'all see that? Or Nathaniel doctrine, or Genesis, or whichever one of these One West camps or whatever. That's what it's talking about. The people walking before them, that doctrine. Y'all
I can't believe that they have gotten that done.
Yeah,
this man don't turn out to be Clint Eastwood now. And y'all fell for it. Now you Clint Eastwood. Just make you into a clown. Just embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that y'all fall for that. How stupid y'all are. I come to do my father business. A clown.
For this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him.
They don't understand what he was teaching them.
Right. So whenever y'all, like, again, we was out here on our own for a long time. All right, and all praises to the Most High. We pray for them laborers. Them laborers that started coming now. But the thing is, we wasn't big enough to do it by ourselves. We just had to be patient, and over time, the Most High started bringing the understanding, and we got strong, right? But still, you elders that know this doctrine, the people, they ain't necessarily seeing us, right? Because it's a lot of many waters out there. So people take and drink from all these different waters because they don't know about the spiritual doctrine. That means y'all elders who know the spiritual doctrine, y'all commanded to teach this word. Y'all didn't just get this by happenstance. The Most High chose you. Y'all got to go out there and teach the spiritual doctrine. Because the people, if they don't have it in their face, they're going to get distracted and going to get drawn away by a dummy.
Right.
One more precept, elder.
Okay.
You got Deuteronomy 10 and 17. Because I know this is going to be a good class. I'm giving my oblation. Silver suit coming. Silver suit
17?
coming.
10, 17?
Old people gonna be mad at you.
10, 16.
I'm telling you. 10, you got started 16.
10, 16?
Yeah, started 16, yeah.
Okay.
Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 16. Circumcise, therefore, the foreskin of your heart.
Now, isn't that spiritual? Now, that's spiritual. We can break it down spiritual.
Right.
Take that
Yes.
current off of your mind that man don't talk to you about wickedness. Read.
And be no more stiff-necked.
Hard-headed.
Right.
I just mentioned it a certain way so they can understand it. See, we spiritual over here. Read.
Verse 17, for the Lord your God is God of gods.
Prophet of prophets.
Who the God is?
The Lord. That's 2 or 3.
You see that?
That
He
doctrine.
said, I'm the God of gods,
right.
and these
That's two.
clowns over
One,
here worshiping
two.
a fool.
Right.
I'm the Lord of God is God of gods. He's calling them gods because you're looking up to them like the gods.
Mm-hmm.
God say, I'm the Lord thy God. That's what he said. I'm the one. And y'all done went off to be with some clowns on the street now.
Right.
Now you're making movies like Clint Eastwood. You're doing a disco dance, got alcohol in there around the children. You put on fringe and think that's the fringe. What he talking about?
Teaching pornography around the children.
Rags.
Yes.
They took the rag and put it on their head instead of putting God on their head. Man wearing a beard, he think that's what he talking about. A carnal beard.
Mm-hmm.
Silly. You're looking foolish.
Foolish.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the name? The deacon drunk. Drunk. Yeah, but drunks and thieves and robbers, murderers,
Yes.
thugs. And y'all love him so because what? Because he got the white man told. But guess what? The white man done moved on in the freedom of speech, dodo head.
Yeah.
The man is a light bearer. I've seen it in the 60s. I've seen it in the 70s. I've seen it in the 80s. I've seen it in the 90s. I've seen it in the 2000s, 2010. And here we come with this clown again.
Yep.
Taking your hard-earned money. Took you and your husband off and all of you crazy.
Yep.
Don't know nothing about the spiritual interpretation. All because of what? A dollar bill, and you want to look important in front of what?
With curtain bottoms on the bottom of your pants.
Yeah.
Bottom of your shirt.
Because you ain't impressing the white folks. They print the money, man.
Yes.
Y'all are sickening. And the Israelite murdered Jesus. And all the prophets, and you're still doing the disco dance. I come to do my father business.
That's it.
And the Lord of Lords, a great God.
The Lord is the doctrine, y'all.
That's his doctrine.
Lord is the doctrine. The Lord means doctrine. 2 or 3. The doctrine of Christ is 2 or 3 precepts to explain or translate what the words mean.
Mm-hmm.
Get away from that man. Get away from him. Everybody that follow Nathaniel Ray of IUIC going to get the second death, and I can prove it out the Bible. Anybody want to debate me on this planet, I debate you. Right. But you better have 2 to 3 precepts per breadcrumb. He know who he is now. He know. He just want to see how low he can take you. Read.
Which regardeth not persons, nor taketh reward.
Money.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I want to be captain. If I get captain, I get paid some money.
If I can be a king,
The
gift destroy the heart.
Right.
The reward that you're supposed to get is understanding.
For salvation.
Yes. Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 18. He doth execute the judgment of the fatherless and widow.
The widow is those doctrines. You're supposed to marry them good doctrines. We've been giving out these good doctrines.
And loveth the stranger.
The stranger.
In giving him food and
that understanding.
raiment.
Yes, and that doctrine.
Hold on. Did they black highlight this too?
Uh-huh. That's in Deuteronomy. That's when all of Israel was together.
Yeah.
So the stranger is the stranger, according to this. Matter of fact, go to Deuteronomy 1 and 1.
After y'all sold, now y'all try to buy a continent. And then look at it, guys. This thing ain't gonna stop. Our primary job is to teach this spiritual interpretation. The spiritual interpretation is the medicine to destroy the old person every day.
Yes.
That's the medicine that God gave us. We are the physician to give this medicine to the people.
Yep.
And if you don't give it to it, guess what? That other person, the other teacher, gonna give you a wicked potion, and it's in the scriptures, and you gonna drink it. That's the understanding that he gonna teach you. That you cannot kill that old man. It got to be killed until Shiloh come. Peace got to come into you first. I talk this way because I'm hard, but if you came to me, I help you all I can till I can't help you no more. If I can do it, that's just the way I am. But I come to do my father business. Time running short, and I know it is. Go ahead, Elder.
Yes, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Israel. Read.
On this side Jordan in the wilderness.
So it's telling you on this side of Jordan. So just before they crossed over into the spiritual. So that means this is whenever all Israel was still together. So there's a distinction between the stranger and Israel. The stranger in this chapter, in this book, is not talking about quote unquote Northern Kingdom that they made up. You ain't gonna find that. You ain't gonna find Northern Kingdom up here in the Bible. You just ain't.
Nope.
All right. That they made that word up in order to convince you that it's talking about a separate Israel.
Queen of the South gonna raise up and judge, ain't she?
Yeah,
she was Queen of the South.
Right. So I mean, if you go back to where you was, Deuteronomy 10:18.
Yeah.
So it's talking about them strangers. Those are real strangers that he talking about.
Everybody came with him.
Right.
Walks of life.
Right.
God loved the stranger. We read it.
Deuteronomy chapter 10 verse 18. He doth execute the judgment of the fatherless and widow.
That's what we've been doing, giving y'all these doctrines that y'all ain't heard before. That's what a widow is, a doctrine that people forgot about. She ain't got no husband. She ain't got no prophet teaching her.
Right.
Y'all getting these widows. We giving judgment, teaching. That was that Sirach 10:1.
10:1, yes.
Yeah. Judgment mean to teach. Judge mean to teach. That's what we doing. We teaching y'all the widows. Y'all starting to see what the stuff mean now. Y'all like, oh, I never heard that before. Yeah, that's what's going on now. Right.
The widows of Sarah, Rebecca, all the righteous widows. Sarah was a righteous. She was obedient to that. The Abraham taught. That was Abraham doctrine, y'all. Yeah. We know that was his biological wife, carnal wife. But
Galatians 4:27, I think. It says a covenant. It was a covenant.
Yes.
Oh, that's a
covenant.
4 and 21 or 22, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's what it is. It's a doctrine. All right. So he's saying that he does execute judgment to the fatherless and widow. That's what we do. We give you the information that he said to teach. That's the fatherless and the widow. Read on.
And loveth the stranger.
If you hate somebody cause of their color, you violating that law right there.
Get some help.
You in violation of that law where you supposed to love that stranger. Y'all can listen to anybody you want, but we all agree that the Bible is the book of righteousness. And that's what the Bible just told you that you're supposed to do.
And you know what, Elder? I'm gonna tell y'all, elders. The person gonna be punished the worst are the teachers.
Yes.
The teachers gonna be punished worse than everybody.
Yes.
Because he gave you a doctrine to keep. James 3:1. Ezra 9 and 13. He punished us less than what we deserve because we lost the spiritual interpretation. Now it's here. And you're going to be judged by the spiritual interpretation. You're going to be judged by it. It's 2 books. This book going to be the one that he's going to judge out of, his language. His language. Because he wrote it in his language also.
Back that
But
up.
that's
Elder.
the reason. Go ahead, El.
Go to Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 1 for me. What he's saying is exactly right. This is the thing that and again, I know y'all think we hate y'all. We don't hate y'all. We
Love you
trying
to
to help
death.
y'all.
Love you,
We trying
man.
to help
Love you.
y'all.
Oh, we about to
You
get that
said
next.
that we done broke bread with you. Some of y'all might have had a little bit of liquor with. I just be honest with you.
Yeah.
All right. So we don't hate y'all.
No.
Okay. We done
They know
fed you. We done gave you drink. Now we're trying to give you this spiritual food and this spiritual drink. All right.
Mhm.
But Elder Samuel is exactly right when he's telling y'all, because y'all so caught up in the men's mysteries and all that other stuff and trying to move up in that rank. Y'all don't know that this is in here. All right. Read that, Elder.
Yes, sir. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and verse 1. Hear, therefore, O ye kings,
Kings is prophets. Read.
and understand.
Mm-hmm.
Learn, ye that be judges
Teachers.
of the ends of the earth.
Y'all teaching them carnal people. All right. Y'all the ones who teaching them. Next verse.
Verse 2. Give ear, ye that rule the people,
You ruling them with your doctrines. Read.
and glory in the multitude of nations.
They glorying in your doctrine. All right.
Mhm.
They ain't glorying in Most High doctrine. They following you. Next
Yes,
verse.
that's they light. Your
Yes.
interpretation. Everybody can see that.
Verse 3. For power is given you of the Lord.
The Most High gave you understanding and doctrine. All right. Read.
And sovereignty from the highest.
So he gave you the ability to learn his doctrine. Read.
Who shall try your works
Mm-hmm.
and search out your counsels.
So he gave you the ability to do his law. You done went and you done started putting your law ahead of his law. But
Right.
now you got the power now. All right, over these people.
Mm-hmm.
Next verse.
Verse 4. Because being ministers of his kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
ye have not judged aright.
That's what he's telling you. He's saying you done made an error because you done put your doctrine ahead of my doctrine.
Now you
Read.
got idols. Now you're an
Yes.
Mm-hmm. A molten image.
Yes.
idol. Molten image.
Nor kept the law.
You ain't kept the law. We teaching you the law. The law spiritual. That carnal mess don't mean nothing. Ain't no
That-
salvation in that carnal. Read.
Ain't no salvation on no rag on your head. Ain't
That's
no
right.
salvation on no beard on your face. Ain't no salvation on them doggone that garbage at the bottom of your dress. Man got on dresses over there now.
Right.
That's a dress. That's a mini skirt, man. That's a Tina Turner dress.
Rolling,
Wow.
rolling, rolling down the river.
Don't it shimmy when they walk? I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, he got you in a mini skirt now.
Read on.
Nor walk after the counsel of
I
God.
thought I saw somebody put something about walk in the precept in the
Yeah,
chat.
they did.
Yeah.
They did.
But you ain't
was-
preaching after the counsel of God. You preaching after the counsel of whoever the man is that teaching you.
They really over there eating sweet bread. He
Yes.
said these words are his spiritual interpretation is
He
the sweet
said
bread.
milk and honey, bro.
They
Honey
over there
sweet,
pouring-
bro. Come on.
They pouring oil on people's head. Real
Yes.
oil. Dude,
Right.
he said take the spiritual interpretation and anoint him with that oil. I told you, he the devil.
Yeah. Next verse.
Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Horribly and
Mhm.
speedily shall he come upon you.
See there? He's telling you what's getting ready to happen to you teachers who out here lying in the name of the Lord. Read.
For a sharp judgment shall be to them that be in high places.
Who's sitting in the high
Right.
seats? Who in
Yeah,
heaven?
them, who them,
Who
who them,
elevated?
Nathaniel.
That table stand it's so high that the women got to step in tippy toes to give them their place.
That's right.
Yup.
I'm telling you, he warning you. Solomon warning y'all, cause he
Yeah, you
already knew what was gonna happen. The Most High gave him the insight to warn you. That's like he read that scripture before, saying an admonishment. It's an admonishment to the prophets. Next verse.
Verse 6. For mercy will soon pardon the meanest.
Mean mean average. All right. Mean means average. All right. So that's the regular guy. The Most High gonna have mercy on the regular guy.
Yes.
All right. Read.
But the mighty men shall
Y'all
be.
all use that word. Oh, he a mighty man. He a mighty man. He a mighty man. That's a prophet. Okay. A man who know how to teach, who know how to convince people to believe his doctrine. That's a mighty man. The Most High separating them. He said he gonna have mercy on the meanest. Mean man. But the mighty men, read,
shall be mightily tormented.
Hey, that's
Elder Samuel is trying to warn you ambitious young men.
right.
If y'all continue to follow that foolishness over there, right? We trying to tell you, everybody can see everything wrapping up. If everything wrapping up, why they doing the Jerry Lewis telethon?
Right. Right. Hey, that mean man is that dude that may not be deep in the Bible.
Right.
You might be just I hear what you're saying, brother. I just don't have no problem with nobody. That's the mean man.
Yep. Yep. He don't know no better. Right. He's simple. He doing the best he can, but he don't hate nobody.
He don't hate nobody.
Run back over to 32. All right. So now I might have to talk this through for.
Go ahead.
But anyway, read this real quick, Elder.
Yes, sir. Exodus 32:2. And Aaron said unto them, break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives, of your sons, and of your daughters, and bring them unto me.
So that's a jewel. So the righteousness that you used to hear, because you remember Elder said to you earlier, you knew not to hate nobody. That was the earring in your ear. That was gold in your ear. That was the golden rule in your ear. He said, break that off and come learn what I'm teaching you. I'm gonna give you a new doctrine.
And he was also telling them people, right? Because remember, they said, make us gods. And we went to him, right? He told them, start tithing to me. Okay, so whenever we up here teaching our class, y'all see in that chat, they tithing. They bringing whatever wisdom that the Most High gave them, and they putting it in that chat. But Aaron is telling them, whatever wisdom you got, just give it to me. He ain't taking it to the 2 or 3 process.
Nope.
Putting it on the altar. He just saying, give me your ideas and come up with something.
A spaceship.
And Superman Jesus.
Correct.
We need to buy some land because even though the land gonna be taxed by whoever owns.
I got a good idea, Elder. Why don't we charge the people to buy some land?
Wow.
Oh boy.
And then they gonna no, this is what we gonna do it right after taxes, so we know they got it.
Yes.
That's what's happening right here in this Exodus 32:2.
And both the elders said completely right. They said completely right. Aaron said, forget about what you learned before. I'm finna teach you something else.
Yes. That's what he's saying.
I'm the new calf in the town.
That's right.
Okay, all right.
That's right.
Go ahead, do your
I done
thing,
took over the church now. You
Okay,
follow
go
me
ahead.
now.
All right.
Give me
Aaron.
your ideas.
Yeah, give me your idea. I'm the man. I need that money for a spaceship now.
That's right.
And you know what? They so crazy they'll do it. They'll put up the money and say we need to buy a spaceship.
Hey,
Okay.
Didn't Jim Jones do the same thing?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
just
he
checking.
did.
Just checking. It was written before time.
Yes.
Hey,
All
who's that
up
dude in
and down.
Atlanta? Hey, Elder Sammy, who was that dude in Atlanta that did it? He built them pyramids. He bought that land and built
Malachi Z.
Malachi York.
Malachi Z. York.
See what I'm saying?
Father
Yes,
donated in 1960. His father
What's-
donated in 1960. He was a root worker. Dr. Mo down south, he was a root worker, sell your little bag and stuff. I never got into this stuff. You hear about it, you know, and this and that. I've seen it all, buddy. Reverend Knight coming through with a prayer closet.
Yes.
Pompey coming in with some water. Here
Yeah.
go this nut talking about we the Israelite, but they don't even know the Israelite murdered Jesus and all the prophets. And
Yes.
they celebrate. Now they got you walking around crazy with a rag on your head on the street, hollering at people trying to run their household. Got on, hey, Jerry Lewis Springer's telethon, and now you got they walking around like Clint Eastwood talking about some hanging the white man with some red, white, and blue boots. And it's funny.
In the
And
movie.
y'all gonna realize the man gonna get a chance to have better salvation than you because
Yes.
you supposed to taught him.
Let me
Yeah,
ask you this. Man, those who's listening right now, think about this. Could the Ku Klux Klan get away with what Nathaniel's doing?
No.
Thank you.
No.
Oh, you got to think to yourself, how was he able to get away with it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I told
Maybe
y'all,
He
hold on.
working for somebody.
I told y'all I used to work security. They
Mhm.
took your driver's license. Anybody who see this, they know what I'm talking about. They took your driver's license and they put it in a database. Who is receiving this database?
Yes.
When y'all taking that money and you donating to them, it's tracked. It's online.
Yes.
They have a database to this stuff.
Yes.
You people think that they don't know. Oh, I'm telling y'all, when Elder said y'all gonna be tormented, he's talking about you who's under my voice that's following that foolishness.
Yup. You gonna pay.
Gonna pay, bro. Bring a look in the place where the children is and everything, but he righteous.
Who can get away with that though?
That's what I'm saying.
That's like a speakeasy. Them folks will come up and now they bring the paddy wagon, they'll lock you up.
No liquor license whatsoever.
Right.
And they doing a disco dance and with a Bible in the hand and they holy people.
Right.
Yeah, what's the password? Spaceship. That's how you
Spaceship.
get in.
what's the password tonight? Enterprise. Yes. Yes. Enterprise. Yeah.
On this Sabbath, the Borg.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Telling you, man.
Let's
I
move on
can't
because
believe-
we're still into this first hour. I gotta
Yeah.
keep moving. Let's
Yeah,
go.
we
Let's
gotta
go.
move on.
I can't believe my people have got like that bad,
Yes.
bro. I can't believe it, bro. I never known that I'd be living in the time that they go back worse than when they started. I never
Yep.
seen it.
Yep.
All right. So go ahead, Elder. We're gonna read that.
Sir, verse 3. And all the people break off the golden earrings which were in their ears
Mhm.
and brought them unto Aaron.
So they start, like Elder said, they started bringing on their beliefs and all that stuff, and
Mhm.
he beguiled the people. Okay, to cut it short so we can get to the point.
Mhm.
Aaron beguiled the people and took the people away from the Most High God.
Yeah.
All right. So this is basically what happened. So they started worshiping Aaron.
Mhm.
Right. So now we're gonna drop down to. I'm gonna go to 9. Yeah, 9. I think that'd be a good. Oh, shoot. 9 would be a good place to come. Because in verse 7, he told them that they corrupted themselves.
Mhm.
Aaron is the golden calf.
Mhm.
They made him an idol.
Yes.
Go back and read it yourself. You guys will get it. But I gotta speed up.
Mhm.
Read.
Exodus chapter 32 and 9. And the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen.
He said gold purple. Gold purple. All right, that's right.
I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
They hard headed. They don't want to
Yeah.
listen. You showing them
Yes.
what you supposed to do. They say, "Nah, we were kings."
We
Yep.
was kind.
They don't want to
toe
turn.
down on stupidity.
Yeah.
The more money they get, the more money they can outdo the person that print the money. The man printing the money, you ain't gonna never outdo him.
Right.
He print the
No.
money.
Pulling it out of thin air.
Jesus Christ.
Well, type a number in the computer and it's in your account.
He gave you one job to do. One job.
They can't do that job, but they can get that
it?
money that the man inventing.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Next verse. Yep. I'm sorry. I was reading it myself on my Bible.
Let's try.
I'm reading it on myself, and I didn't realize I turned it on.
Man.
Go ahead.
Let's try to focus, bro.
I'm over read it to myself. Sorry, y'all.
You got to show the teacher, man.
I know, right? Forgive me, y'all. I'm over here reading the Bible on my own. Like, okay. All right, go ahead, read.
Yes, sir. Verse 10. Now therefore, let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them, and I will make of thee a great nation.
Hey, Elder, break that down what you said earlier. I like that, with how you broke it down.
Okay, so what all he's saying is, right, now y'all think he talking about, I'm just gonna bring fire to heaven and just kill these people and all that. That ain't what he talking about. All right, he ain't saying that. All right, and I know that's what y'all been taught. What he's so angry, right? He's talking about turning his back on Israel. All right. He's talking about not giving them the doctrine. All right. And Moses is interceding for them and begging the Most High to go on ahead and give the people the information. All right. He ain't killing, just wave his hand and all of a sudden thousands upon thousands of people are dying. That's not what this talking about. All right. Now you're gonna have to read the rest of it, because it's gonna start explaining to you, because it's a prophecy of what's happening now. We done went and stood in the breach for y'all, for the Most High. We begged the Most High for this wisdom to give it to y'all people, right? But at the end of the day, y'all done found Aaron. All right. But go ahead and read it on down, and hopefully they'll see what it's talking about.
And remember what he said, because they start listening to Aaron more than what the Most High is talking about.
Yes.
Aaron going carnal, Most High dealing with spiritual.
Yes.
I'm gonna read down to 19. We're gonna go over to 34.
Verse 11. And Moses besought the Lord his God and said, Lord, why dost thy wrath wax hot against thy people, which thou hast brought forth out of the land of Egypt with great power and with a mighty hand?
So now he letting you know, y'all done been following these nuts, right? And he's saying, have mercy on them people. They just came out of following these fools.
A Christmas tree.
Right.
You know a Christmas tree, right?
Right.
Nobody believed in that Christmas tree. Nobody believed in no doggone Halloween, a vampire running around sucking the blood out of people. Nobody believed in no rabbit hatching eggs. Nobody believed in that 4th of July for everybody with that flag, because some people were still dealing with carnal bondage, slavery. So everybody was still dealing with issues at that time. Now they have got some better understanding now. And this what elders about to say. They don't went right back and doggone did something worse.
Right. They went, and they, at the point has come where they've come out of Egypt, right? Again, we started teaching, other people were teaching, but it ain't enough people teaching. So it's the people not getting the message. So they being distracted in the following new nuts coming newly up. These different prophets that's coming up now, and they distracting the people in the following they gimmick. All right. So Moses or you are begging the Most High to have patience with these people, because God knows we get frustrated with these people after we sit up here and tell them, show them these men robbing y'all, and y'all turn around and get the money right back to them, and then looking like fools.
Right.
Go ahead, read on.
We in the same verse?
Next verse.
Next verse.
All right.
Verse 12. Wherefore should the Egyptians speak and say, for mischief did he bring them out to slay them in the mountains and to consume them from the face of the earth?
See that? So again, so now here it is. They gonna come back and say, see, y'all done went and left us, went out there, and now y'all worse off than y'all was whenever y'all was with us.
That's what they tell them all the time.
That's what they tell them.
Everybody who leave here,
Yes.
never do good when they leave.
Never
out
amount to nothing.
Right.
Do you do right by me?
Right. Ain't nothing gonna go right. Read on.
Yes, sir. Turn from thy fierce wrath and repent this evil against thy people.
Now, he ain't saying the Most High is like, I find myself wrong. The Most High is just, whenever we pray to the Most High to give us more information so that we can get to them people. All right. The Most High is having more mercy on us to give us time to save these people. It ain't talking about, well, the Most High was wrong. So the Most High had to, he had to apologize for being wrong. Most High ain't never wrong.
You gonna apologize to yourself?
Come on, man. Most High.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Yohanan. It's okay, Yohanan.
All he doing is the fact that we pray for y'all, and y'all know we tell you openly, we pray for them fools over there because we know what's gonna end up happening to them. We praying for the Most High. Give us some more time. Please give us some more time to try and save these nuts who don't see what's about to happen to them.
They done made a molten image, bro.
Right. Yeah. And the Most High, he repented. He said, I give you more time. That's all that's happening, y'all. Most High ain't never wrong.
No.
Next verse.
Verse 13. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel.
Whoa. What happened to Jacob? Where's Jacob? Jacob.
Oh, ain't no Jacob there.
Let me tell you.
He the God of Jacob because he the God of everything. But the thing is that no, he ain't deal with it.
All right.
See how you feel about it. Right there. Let me see what God said about old Jacob.
Yeah.
Jacob, we the son of Jacob.
Yes.
Yeah.
Read that right there.
Yes, sir. Amos 6:8. The Lord God hath sworn by himself.
I put it on me.
Yes.
On me.
My own name.
Say it.
On everything I love.
Saith the Lord, the God of hosts, I abhor the excellency of Jacob.
That Superman Jesus, he hated
Right.
Those spaceships, he hated.
He hated it.
Telling
He
people
said
to put curtain bottles on the bottom of your shirt, he hated.
Yeah.
And
he hate the best that you got, Jacob.
Yes.
And hate his palaces.
He hate them churches.
Yeah.
That you sitting in.
Yeah, he hate us.
Therefore will I deliver up the city with all that is therein.
Yeah, that's how you feel about it.
He gonna deliver you up. He gonna expose you. The same thing Jesus told. He said, "You got to lift up me, just like Moses was lifted up in the wilderness. The serpent, the way Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, because you can't see the snake, young man. You stepping out on him. You don't brought him in your house. You can't see him.
Right.
Nathaniel, you don't brought him in the house. I mean, good God, he got you in the street now. I don't know what to tell you now. So that's what Jesus was saying. Expose him till you can't see the snake.
Right. Y'all lifted up the serpents in the wilderness.
Yes. Y'all done lifted them up.
Right.
Y'all done gave them the money from a telethon. Good God, man. Come on, bro.
Keep reading. Thy servants.
Thy servants, to whom thou swearest by thine own self.
By their own doctrine. They teaching their own. Hey, want to show you your history in the Bible, brother?
No.
Oh, today's show season. Go ahead and put in. Close the doors.
Yeah.
Right.
Ushers,
Y'all
close the
leaving
door.
together.
Now that was Jacob that he was talking about on that, but this Israel here, so Israel is righteous.
And saith unto them, I will multiply your seed as the stars of heaven.
The seed is the doctrine, the word. So you're gonna get the doctrine as the stars. Everybody listening who's a spiritual prophet, you the stars of heaven.
Yep.
So each one of you gonna have this doctrine.
Yes.
And all this land that I have spoken,
Israel, that's Jerusalem. That's the land he's talking about.
in your mind,
Yes.
will I
Jeremiah
give
51:50. Yep.
will I give unto your seed, and they shall inherit it forever.
You're gonna keep this doctrine in your mind. It's never gonna leave you.
Right.
No.
And the doctrine ain't going away. You know, they got all them other doctrines that come and go. This doctrine is permanent.
Yes. Verse 14, and the Lord repented of the evil which he thought to do unto his people.
He gave them more time.
Well,
That's what he gave to us. He given us more time to try and explain this thing to these people so that they'll go on ahead and get salvation.
That's right.
And a side note to what you were saying, Elder Stephanie, that he wasn't conflicted with himself is because it say that in Genesis, he made the void.
Yes.
He made both. It's not like
Yes.
he was,
Correct.
He said it was Isaiah 40. I created evil.
Yes.
Good.
And I created good and evil. Yep.
Verse 15, and Moses turned and went down from the mount, and the two tables of the testimony were in his hand.
So he had the spiritual. 2 tables.
The tables were written on both their sides.
Carnal and spiritual.
Yes. I mean doctrine.
On the one side and on the other were they written.
Hey, a certain elder
Different
told me,
doctrines.
said something to me today. He said, somebody talk about rightfully dividing. How can you rightfully divide if you're reading the Bible one way?
Correct. Correct.
How you dividing the word?
Yes.
Right.
It ain't being divided. It's just one way with you.
That was a smart prophet. That was a smart prophet that told me that.
Yeah, he is.
Yes. Yes.
Read on, prophet.
Verse 16. And the tables were the work of God.
So the word, the doctrine is the work of God. The 2 tables, or having them 2 precepts to establish a word, is the work of God.
Yes. Yes, you're gonna be known by your works. That means your doctrine. Gonna be judged by your works.
And the writing of God.
What is the writing of God? The Bible.
His doctrine.
Graven upon the tables.
That's what you're supposed to teach. That's what's supposed to be graved into your mind.
Verse 17. And when Joshua heard the noise,
Jesus and Jesus, Yeshua,
Yahweh. Yes, sir.
Whatever they call it, it's the same thing.
Same thing.
Don't get caught up in the that happened in the old. Listen, the word Joshua and Yeshua is the same word. Right? It's a parable, y'all, because it's talking about something. All right. Y'all, Josh, if y'all teaching his doctrine, he said, if I'm in you, you in me. All right. So you, Joshua, in the story. All right. It's a similitude for what's happening now, y'all.
Here's a good way to put it. When you're reading the Bible spiritually and you see the righteous, that is you.
Yes.
When you see the wicked, that's the others.
Yes. The common.
That's another great prophet told me that as well.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
When I first started this journey.
Yeah, well, there you go.
All praise.
All praise.
And when Joshua heard the noise of the people as they shouted, he said unto Moses, there is a noise of war in the camp.
I heard some EOI cats came out of nowhere creating this noise.
Ah.
But they said, what do you know? What's that word they use? They spreading not heresies. What they always say that we always do to these camps?
Oh man, I don't know.
No, it'll come to me in a second. The noise of war is those spiritual prophets. That's the noise of war. Because God is a man of war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
God is a spirit, and you must worship him in spirit and truth.
Yeah, we playing
Spiritual
a
war,
different song.
anybody?
Right. Or not carnal.
Right. Our weapons of warfare, not carnal.
That's right.
Verse 18, and he said, it is not the voice of them that shout for mastery, neither is
Oh. Read that again. It is not.
it is not the voice of them that shout for mastery.
We ain't trying to be over your household.
No.
Right.
We ain't trying to tell you what to do in your marriage.
No.
Right.
We're not to tell you to do with your finances.
Correct.
We're not having Jerry Lewis telethon and tell you
No.
to give us money for some land that we ain't gonna buy. We ain't gonna cover up no murder.
Right.
We ain't gonna do that stuff because we ain't trying to be masters over people. We just here to tell you what it means.
Hey,
That's
Correct.
our
turn
job.
around, and if land were to be bought, they're gonna turn around and be slaves.
Yes.
Right. First in the field.
back picking cotton.
That's
Is
right.
Israel a homeborn slave?
Obviously.
Back then, slavery.
Obviously.
Straight up. These guys are not speaking for mastery. They're not trying to be over your house. They're not charging you for money. They're not charging you money for the word. They're doing it out of love for you
Right.
and their love for the Most High. You got to see who's doing that in this earth.
Right.
Read.
Neither is it the voice of them that cry for being overcome.
We're not crying to being overcome by what? We're not overcome by no other doctrines. We're not ashamed.
Correct.
We know what the word is, so you're not going to overcome this doctrine. Because right when you think you got us, we actually got you.
Correct.
Yes.
Because we know what the words mean and you don't. We know what the idle words mean. So when you
Yes.
see him throw it out this precept, we can say, okay, what is the 2 precepts for the word noise? You can't come
Correct.
up. You're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're through.
Yes.
And
Told you too many times, baby.
They swine. They digest that understanding one time,
Yep.
and that was it. They go, they
Yes.
process it one time. They swine. God called y'all swine, monkey bats. Oh my God. Synagogues. He clowning on the IUIC. He clowning
Yes.
on them.
And even them
Yes.
churches, these churches, we're not going to be overcome with their foolishness.
Nope.
No, we ain't going for it.
Because when I tell we sit there and show you in the Bible, you're supposed to learn it for free. Most people's eyes turn wide.
Right.
You see the whites in their eyes. I didn't know all
Right.
this time I've been giving money to the church.
Mhm.
Then they try to find an excuse to go back with that sin. All I can do is tell you I showed it to you.
Mhm.
Right.
You go back and give them your money after I showed you that the guy said not to do it.
On
That
you,
is
bro.
on you.
On you, bro.
After I show you, 2 precepts, they got to show it to you. We're gonna get it later in this the commandments, but you got to have 2 or 3 precepts, and I show it to you, and you go back and let somebody overcome you by 1. That's on you.
That's
Right.
on
That's
you.
on you. That's on you.
But the noise of them that sing do I hear.
Let's get that sing.
Elder Misha done already slid one up in
I
there.
see that. Let me get my other one. Let me get the one from my notes. Elder Misha still in my fundo.
I say, you got 33 and 3 over there. That's easy to remember.
Right, we're gonna get that one next. Let me get mine and I get yours.
Oh, praise.
You know, and the thing is, they going around, and we know what it is spiritually. They still going around that mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
40 is actually 4.
Mhm.
You're gonna go around. That 0 is going around. You're stuck right there. That's what it means. You're stuck right there. The 0, you're stuck.
Mhm.
Till you get that 4th level, then you can 40 years to get the 5th, then you learn it. It's a learning process. Then you get the 5th, you move. Then you go around it again. You get that 5th understanding, then you move. The 6th
Oh, praise.
understanding, then you move. 7th understanding, hello.
Now you got it all.
Please.
Yes, sir.
Only God is on our head and Christ, the doctrine. See, we don't
Yes,
have to
sir.
wear that carnal trash on our bottom of our skirt looking like Tina Turner. We don't have to do that. Again,
So looking like Liza Minnelli.
yeah. We would debate anybody in person.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, it's going to be a slaughter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
John
Right.
4:32, I have meat you know nothing of.
All right.
Colossians.
This is for singing. What singing means.
Yes, sir. Colossians chapter 3 and verse 16. Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly
Mm-hmm.
in all wisdom.
Thou art rich.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Rich is wisdom. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm. Teaching and admonishing one another in psalms,
Songs.
Psalms is
hymns,
Hymns is
Song. Music. Right.
and spiritual songs.
No, carnal songs.
No, sir.
Spiritual songs,
Okay.
singing
That's it.
with grace in your hearts to the Lord.
It sounds,
the other
sounds
one-
like it's talking about wisdom, man. The song says-
Right.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
what
what
I
it's
heard.
talking
Right.
about?
That's the
Right.
tune that he's singing to
Honest
right
correction.
That's what David was dancing to. That
Yes.
music right there.
Mm.
He was
Yes.
leaping over
Indeed.
walls with those
Yeah,
doctrines.
man. He
y'all.
ain't had no concert, man. What y'all
No.
talking about?
When it say his pants fall off, he was changing
Come on,
his
man.
garment. He was changing his doctrine, y'all. It's a parable. Man ain't butt naked dancing
Come
somewhere.
on, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, come on, man.
When he got to understand, he took that layer off and say, "Oh, let me put on a better robe."
That's right.
Mhm.
That old doctor he had got jealous.
Right.
You
That
ain't
don't
teaching
turn-
me no
that-
more, is you?
Man, that
Yeah.
Deuteronomy
No.
28 ain't gonna work no more, huh?
Yeah, they go work.
That's
bro.
right.
You can't sing that medicine. You can't sing that tune over here and get that defiled medicine.
No, sir.
Silver Sousa comment, Nathaniel.
Okay,
You go get Elder Misha's. He has
Oh, Psalms 33 and 3. Okay.
Mhm.
I was trying to move faster because we
Oh,
but that's all right though. We're
we
good.
always usually give them two.
Yeah. No need to give up now. No need to change what we're doing now.
Well, the best
Psalms.
reader that gave noise.
There
Yeah.
you go
When you
again.
said that,
There
you
it is. Now he got one for noise. Look at
said-
that. Look at that.
Psalms chapter 33 and verse 3. Sing unto him a new song,
That spiritual song.
Yes.
play skillfully with a loud noise.
He ain't talking about your banjo on your knee.
Nah.
He talking about that spiritual song.
About
just
do
got
the
in
3
class.
precepts.
Yeah.
Do the 3 skillfully. You
Yes.
better.
That's wisdom.
Yes. You better tiptoe and choose the right precepts.
Yes, sir. Exodus chapter 32 and verse 19. And it came to pass, as soon as he came nigh unto the camp, that he saw the calf
Aaron.
of his lips, and dancing.
Like
people-
he just explained to y'all what David was doing.
Mhm.
Mhm,
So he up in there, he teaching that new defiled doctrine.
Mhm.
mhm. And Moses' anger waxed hot,
Oh. Read.
and he cast the tables out of his hands and break them beneath the mount.
That's in the earth.
Yes.
That's in the earth. He break them beneath the mountain. That's in
Yeah.
the earth.
He didn't give them. He
Mhm,
didn't give them the wisdom that they was supposed to get.
What if sort of
mhm.
he probably got so fed up. What if he start cussing at him?
I wonder why.
Man.
I can't believe y'all. He said a Christmas tree, but he the tree now.
Yeah, look at it.
Right.
Blank,
I ain't
blank.
a Christmas tree.
I'm black, y'all.
He's a
And I'm
man.
black, y'all.
I'm black, y'all.
And I'm
Just stuck on black now.
Man.
Come on, bro.
Biggity
Snap
black
out the
and black,
dream,
black,
bro.
y'all.
Come on,
Biggity
bro.
black, blacker than black, black and blacker than black.
Some what? Right.
All that
Man.
foolishness, man.
Come on,
All that
From
hate.
one tree to another tree.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, dude.
Wow.
He said, I am the Lord thy God.
All
Come
right,
to
so-
me. Get my precept to back up what I'm talking about.
All right,
But
so
they run
basically-
straight to him.
Let me drop down to 25 for time. So I gotta get to the other side.
Mhm.
All right. So basically, right here is going to sum up everything right here.
Verse 25. And when Moses saw that the people were naked, for
Mhm.
Aaron had made them naked unto their shame among their enemies.
So they weren't clothed with the word of God anymore.
Correct.
They were clothed with the word of
Correct.
Aaron, which
Mhm.
brought them shame because now people start to smash holes in his doctrine.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah,
enemies
they
of
believe
Aaron.
in a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They
Now
believe
they
in a
naked in
lie.
the street. They
Mhm.
naked in the
Right.
street now.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So now we're gonna slide over to 34-1. We're gonna get to the meat and the potatoes.
Yeah.
You guys had the sides. Y'all had the corn. Y'all had the macaroni.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So now after all that happened, now the Lord gonna come and give him some new commandments, a new table. Read.
Mhm.
Exodus 34:1. And the Lord said unto Moses, hew the 2 tables of stone like unto.
But before we go any further,
Mhm.
now again, y'all, this talking about now. All
Mhm.
right.
Right.
So now you got a situation where children of Israel, they came out of Egypt, right? So y'all came out of the churches that y'all was following.
Christmas
Right.
tree,
Yeah.
new Easter, and all that stuff. And
Yeah. Y'all
Mhm.
came out of all of that. Then y'all started hearing the word.
Mm-hmm.
Some of y'all heard the word, but y'all got beguiled by other people. So
Right.
y'all done went out of the frying pan into the fire.
Yes,
So
indeed.
to speak.
yeah, the
So-
real fire, just about.
So that
Mm.
means the 10 commandments that you were supposed to get is not effective.
Nope.
All right. So now he about to give you something else
Mm.
to help you get the ability to
To
believe
understand.
what the Most High is saying. All right. That's what's happening in this process.
Yep.
All right. The 10 commandments that y'all got wasn't good enough. So he gonna give you some more.
Yep.
And then hewing it means he's scraping away that impurities to
Yeah.
perfect what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking off the rough edges, as they say.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. A Christmas tree ain't a Christmas tree, but don't worship no man because he's a tree too.
Right.
Yes.
Hew the 2 tables of stone like unto the first.
The stone is Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So it's a new doctrine. You coming up with more doctrine. All right. It's gonna be very familiar. It's gonna be similar to the first ones that he gave.
You're right.
And I will write upon these tables the words that were in the first tables.
So, like Elder said, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna look like the first one.
Mhm.
Read.
Which thou breakest.
You rejected it. You
Yeah.
rejected the first 10.
Yep.
Yeah.
We broke them.
Verse 2. And be ready in the morning
To get this understanding, morning is light.
That
Mhm.
light. You get that light.
and come up in the morning unto Mount Sinai.
So Sinai is not. Is it righteous or wicked?
Wicked.
Wicked.
Right.
Wicked. You got some people getting to understand, and some people still vexed with that wicked understand. That's why it's
Mhm.
Sinai. You got a mixture of people going on.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
find the
pres-
old man and himself.
Mm-hmm. And present thyself there to me in the top of the mount.
So you need to be at the top of above Mount
Mhm.
Sinai.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Verse 3. And no man shall come up with thee
Mm-hmm.
Leave that old man down there.
Yep.
with
Right.
the enemy.
Yep.
Right.
Right.
Bring that kind of foolishness.
Right.
The old man, and people like Elder Stephen said, that old man, nah, keep that. If he hates somebody, no. We tell you the first thing, just love everybody.
That's
Right.
it.
That's the
Just
love
don't
everybody.
hate
We talk about
don't hate nobody, baby.
don't
Right.
hate nobody. We talking about
Mhm.
salvation here.
Yeah.
All that racist stuff, you need to get rid of that. We talking about salvation. We ain't talking about that daily activities and stuff. No, you have to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Howdy, ho, ho,
That's
ho.
an OG right there.
That's
boy.
a
Howdy,
OG
check
right there.
yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yes, I've talked with
You get a
KKK guys. I've talked to them. Say, look at man, I know, but God made us all brothers and sisters. Let's stop them in the tracks right there. Let's stop them in the tracks right there.
Most people don't even realize they were taught that doctrine to hate.
Yeah.
You were a baby, you didn't know no hate.
You
None.
said a mouthful right there. You said a mouthful because why is the Israelite, so-called Israelite, gonna be punished worse than everybody? You
Because they
did
killed
not
Christ.
teach him. You
Right.
did not teach him. You
Mhm.
don't want to teach him. You're supposed to get the spiritual interpretation. That's the reason why God is mad with the teachers more than anything.
Yep.
You see the spiritual interpretation, but you don't want to continue walking into the light, the spiritual interpretation. So what's going on now? Now they about to blow each other up.
Yep. And you with them.
Right.
Neither let any man be seen throughout all the mount.
The same thing we Elder just said. Read.
Neither let the flocks nor herds feed before that mount.
You need to fast. Don't be teaching
Yes.
that foolishness no more.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what he's telling
Don't
them.
teach it.
Yep.
Don't teach it. Don't learn it. Yeah.
Verse 4, and he hewed two tables of stone like unto the first.
Mhm.
And Moses rose up early in the morning and went up unto Mount Sinai as the Lord had commanded him,
Mhm.
and took in his hand two tables of stone.
2 tables.
Right. He about
Then-
to learn two sides of the doctrine. That's what
Right.
he about
Right.
to learn something.
So now, let's get to the first commandment. I know everybody been itching. Let's get to the first one.
And we want to thank Elder Cortez for
Yes. I'm
for that
sorry, elders. I
precept for Stone.
can't. Yeah, I can't throw
All
everything that you guys have as of right now. I'm just kind of because I'm behind time. We having fun, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, he got
As we get-
Leviticus 20:2 and Deuteronomy 9:9 for Stone.
All right.
Praise the Most High, Elder.
Thanks, Elder Cortez.
All praises.
This is the first. Remember, this is the first commandment.
Mhm.
Read.
Exodus chapter 34 and verse 12. Take heed to thyself,
Lean not unto your own understanding.
Mhm.
Read.
lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land whither thou goest.
That you start getting confounded and you get pulled into somebody else's doctrine away from the Most High.
Yes, sir. Lest it be for a snare in the midst of thee.
And your precepts, you start getting, you
Mhm.
start reading it carnally. That's
Yep.
gonna snare you.
Yep.
Cursed be the man that hangeth on a tree. Now you're snared on a tree. A man that's teaching, or that
Yep.
person inside of you, that old person in you, because you're reading it carnally.
That's
Isaiah
the
28
snares.
talk about the snare. It
Mhm.
talk about
Snares
the
and traps.
precepts.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep.
With the
you
lack of the
need.
precepts put
The
you
lack
in the
of pre-
snare.
Yep, lack of the
Mhm.
precepts put you in the midst of the. You
Yep.
supposed in Christ, you have 2 or 3 in the midst. That's how
That's
you
the
know
wisdom.
Christ is there. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
So if you right,
Mhm.
it's gonna explain it. Read.
Verse 13, but ye shall destroy their altars, break their images, and cut down their groves.
So I'm gonna give you an example of that right now. I want y'all to pay attention to this, and I want you to point out what's wrong. Now, as I'm about to play this is not the views of elders of Israel, nor do we condone any language of this coming out. So if you have the little children around, I
Yeah.
want you to be advised of the the verbiage that's coming out of this man's mouth. They're supposed to be a man of God.
This is snares and traps, y'all. This
Yes.
is what y'all get snared up in. The Most High, everybody sitting up in there, God, just show me a sign. Just show me a sign. You know, and then he's sitting there showing you that this man wicked, and y'all refuse to accept it.
Yes.
All right, here we go. I want y'all to listen.
Now, that last scripture it gave you permission to cut down the groves.
Yes.
Right. You're supposed to challenge him and break it down.
Yeah.
All right. This is him. This is one of the groves. Can y'all hear it?
What's that? OnlyFans.
Yes, sir.
Put it
You're
up a little
gonna want
bit.
to see certain things. Your lust will get.
I'll tell you what I do.
Turn your music down.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
Pause
do.
it. You know, it's really something that we have to give up in order to gain something, but we're willing to do it so that we can get this understanding.
Elder Stephen, you're supposed to tell him you've been warned.
Something else.
Right.
More.
All right.
There's not.
All right, let's go.
Christ bless. You can't make this stuff up. And they're making a damn deal. Where we at? What verse again?
Verse 11. For they were ashamed to declare their lust, that they desired to have to do with her. Verse 12. Yet they watched diligently from day to day to see her.
Yeah. They would watch diligently from day to day to see her. When you brothers are watching porn day after day, it's going to lead to the phone call. You're going to be on OnlyFans. You're going to want to see certain things. Your lust will get, what's it called? No, the opposite. When things ain't stirring you up no more.
It's not erectile dysfunction.
And you need something
all this
else,
stuff.
more
Yeah.
of a thrill. There's stages and steps in this thing. All we can do is warn you. Sisters, some of y'all too. Go ahead.
Yet they watched diligently from day to day to see her. And the one said to the other, let us now go home, for it is dinner time.
Mm-hmm.
So when they were gone out, they departed the one from the other. And turning back again, they came to the same place. And after that, they had asked one another the cause. They acknowledged their lust.
Yeah, so they saw each other again. Hey, what you here for? What you here for? What you doing here? No, what you doing here? All right. I wanted to see Susanna. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Look at this nasty man.
Yeah.
Nasty Nate.
She about
That's
to
him.
take a shower in the waterfall right there.
Look at this.
Read that again.
Listen,
So
he
when
got
they
a
were
fantasy.
gone out, they parted the one from the other. And turning back again, they came to the same place. And after that, they had asked one another the cause. They acknowledged their lust. Then appointed they a time both together, when they might find her alone.
Notice that. Then appointed they a time, both together, when they might find her alone. Go ahead.
And it fell out, as they watched a fit time. She went in as before with two maids only.
She went in with two maids only. Go ahead.
And she was desirous to wash herself in the garden, for it was hot.
Mm-hmm.
And there was nobody there save the two
I
elders.
want y'all to look at the bottom of the
who
screen.
had hid
Oh.
themselves.
These Negroes hit
What does that say at the very bottom of the screen?
Donate to the Booster Club.
May
Nope.
contain
May contain offensive language or graphic content. Why are you teaching this in a church program?
Right. And after this is over with, you probably gonna be surprised to find out that the whole thing ain't got nothing to do with sex.
Right.
That story of Susanna has nothing to do with sex. Nothing.
Why do you have to have offensive language or graphic content in a church program? Again, I wanted to show you this. Only reason why I'm playing you this is to show you the wickedness of these men. That's the reason why I'm showing you this. I know you can sit there, well, y'all ain't no better. I'm showing this to show you the wickedness because some of y'all don't see it. They're putting it on the screen that they're wicked. Not only the money they take it for, but they telling you as they teach in the Bible that they're going to have offensive language and graphic content.
So he intends to curse at you. He's letting you know, I don't have a problem doing this. Wow. He letting you know he the devil.
themselves. Go ahead.
And watched her.
Uh-huh.
Then she said to her maids, bring me oil and washing balls.
Washing balls, not those balls.
See there?
And
Look
shut
at
the
that.
garden
Right.
doors.
They got
that
a
I
breast
may
out.
wash
You
me.
see that?
And they did
Look at
as
that.
she bade them, and shut the garden doors, and went out themselves at privy doors to fetch the things that she had commanded them. But they saw not the elders because they were hid.
They were hiding. Go ahead.
Now, when the maids were gone forth, the 2 elders rose up and ran unto her, saying, Behold, the garden doors are shut, that no man can see us, and we are in love with thee. Therefore, consent unto us and lie with us.
Stop. That's either one of two things. That's either somebody going to get sloppy seconds.
Look at that.
Listen there.
Or it's going to be
Look at that.
what is it called? A train.
Look at this.
Is the DP.
Look at this. Look
Oh,
at this.
man.
That's
Look at
what
this
that
guy.
is.
This guy
2
is
men on
disgusting.
one woman. Read the verse again.
Behold,
You see what I'm
the
saying?
garden doors
Yeah.
are shut,
He's a
that no
sicko.
man can see us.
This
and
man
we
is a-
are in
is-
love
is
with thee.
y'all bishop.
Therefore, consent unto us and lie with us. If thou wilt not,
If you won't,
we will
sick.
bear witness against thee
we're going to lie on you. Go ahead.
that a young man was with thee, and therefore thou didst send away thy maids from thee. Then Susanna sighed and said, I am straitened on every side. For if I do this thing, it is death unto me.
So remember, she was trained from a youth from her mother and father. Thou shalt not commit adultery. She said, if I do this thing, it's death unto me. She knew the Lord would kill her. Go ahead.
And if I do it not, I cannot escape.
Then they put
your
these
hand.
pictures
It is better
to
for
guard
me
you along.
to fall into your
Yes.
hands and not do it,
Right. It's better to fall in your hands than in God's hands. Go ahead.
than to sin in the sight of the Lord. With that, Susanna cried with a loud voice,
So she cried with a loud voice. Go ahead.
and the 2 elders cried out against her.
Now the 2 elders starts yelling out too, screaming. Go ahead.
Then ran the one and opened the garden door.
So
when the servants of the house heard the cry in the garden, they rushed in at a privy door to see what was done unto her. But when the elders had declared their matter, the servants were greatly ashamed. For there was never such a report made of Susanna. And it came to pass the next day, when the people were assembled to her husband Joachim, the 2 elders came also full of mischievous imagination against Susanna.
What verse you at? What verse you at?
Verse 28.
28. Okay.
To put her to death.
See that? So these 2 elders came to her, and they was warning her. These dudes are wicked as hell. They plotting and planning to have her put to death. Go ahead. Just because she won't lay down with their funky old behinds. Go ahead and their saggy balls.
Look at
Go
that.
ahead.
Stop. I'm
Verse
done.
29.
I'm done. I'm
This
done.
guy.
I'm done.
Let me tell y'all something, okay?
Parable, y'all.
It's a parable. And
parable.
now y'all got spiritual eyes. I'm going to lead y'all in the right direction. We might teach a class on it a little later on.
Yeah.
But suffices to say, this is talking about 2 prophets who are coveting whatever her husband name was. It Joachim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They coveting Joachim's doctrine.
Doctrine.
That's
all
what it's
about.
talking about. It
It's
ain't
not-
talking about his physical wife.
He's
all
so
right?
carnal, bro.
That's
But let me
why
bring up a precept.
whenever we start talking about these men and how wicked they are, right? And they get you to believe they doctrine. You don't know what the Most High trying to tell you. If anybody could teach the Bible, the Most High wouldn't have created the nation of Israel. Israel is the man that convert. That's
Yeah.
what it's talking about. It ain't talking about no race. It's talking about the man that convert. Somebody got to convert to interpreting the Bible using
Yes.
2 or 3. All right? When y'all go back and reread it, now look at those 2 old prophets who are jealous of this man Joachim's doctrine.
That's
And
all
then
it
you
is.
start doggone understanding what it's really talking about. Because that man over there is the devil. And he got y'all children sitting up here listening to that stuff.
He's not
And
even,
it ain't talking about that.
It's not even talking about that. It's a parable, y'all. But
It's
right
a
now,
parable.
But how do you get that out of the Bible? Like, anybody who you known growing up, you don't cuss with the Bible.
Mm-mm.
Anybody. Just in your carnal mind, know that these are sacred words. These are
Yeah.
the words of God.
Yeah.
So where would God get off talk about sex and all this other? How would you know that? So now
He
you
don't even, Most High don't even think. He's not even thinking about that, brother.
Nope.
You
He
have
said, "Be like him."
teenage kids in
Yep.
there. My kids were in there at one time.
Yep.
I have to forgive myself. I have to pray to the Lord to forgive myself for the years I had to have my kids listen to that crap.
You know,
Yes.
with garbage.
Yep.
Then they out here listening to all this adult content. Now they got pictures showing adult content to the
Yes.
point where you got to say there's going to be foul language
He got disclaimers at the bottom.
with the word of God. But
Right.
y'all follow this and give this man y'all money.
Yep.
And you can't
a
see the
parable.
wickedness.
It's a
the
parable,
elder,
y'all.
like Elder Samuel said, all of y'all over there IUIC that follow that garbage, y'all gonna be destroyed.
Destroy it, bro.
Because you can't get
telling you.
salvation out of what he just said.
None.
You know what I'm saying? All you
Garbage.
can get is sexually
Corruption.
aroused at church.
Corruption.
Come on, man. Are you serious, bro?
He create the old man, but bring up one of them, Elder.
What you got?
Proverbs 23:7.
Oh,
The man don't know how to break down the parable, y'all. It's a parable. You think God is the holiest of the holiest will have that printed in the Bible, and you carnally, and you take the carnal interpretation. He don't think like that, y'all.
But before your life and death,
right.
On the stumbling.
y'all choosing death.
Yes.
Oh man.
Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 7. For as he thinketh in his heart,
His
His
lust.
mind,
Mhm.
it's garbage. He
Right.
thinking garbage.
Right.
so is he.
Garbage.
Eat and drink.
You
saith
learning
he
that
to
stuff.
thee.
See? He teaching it. That's what you
Mhm.
learning.
Mm-hmm.
But his heart is not with thee.
The mind ain't with thee. The man
No.
teaching you that to manipulate you to get your money.
Yes.
His intention is not for you to get salvation.
Correct.
Mhm.
His intention is you gonna be in his salvation that he
Yeah.
got right now.
Yeah. You getting rich.
His slave.
Yep.
You his slave.
I got something with that. Let me get something with that. Oh man, that kind of angered me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
I'm triggered.
Yeah. Because we
Oh.
gonna cut them grows down. That's what we're doing right now. We're cutting down the
Authorized.
grows.
He authorized us to cut it all down. All of them. To get rid of all them trees. All
Yeah.
of them.
That's why he's saying do it, y'all.
Right.
Because they ain't gonna change.
Yeah,
Like he
don't
said, so is he. What he think in his mind, that's who he is. He turning you into him. Because
Right.
he y'all idol.
Right.
That's what
He
he
gonna
got
take
out
your
there reading.
salvation.
He got lust out of reading the Bible.
Yeah.
They call the Most High call that an evil eye, y'all.
Yeah.
Evil eye. When you read the Bible carnally, you got an evil eye.
You know, whenever I was in the military, you start trying to learn a language. The first thing you want to know is what the curse words are. And I was dealing with somebody overseas, and you know, it was the dude was cool with me or whatever, right? We overseas, and so I'm you know saying whatever I know in their language, right? And I asked him what the curse words were, right? The first thing that man said, why would I tell you the curse words? You might come upon my mother. You might come upon a family member of mine. And then I would be responsible because I'm the one that taught you that. That's the same thing with a prophet. If you teach them people this filth, you're responsible for that. If you go and you take what he taught you and you go teach it to somebody else, you spreading his filth. The Most
And
High
those
gonna hold you accountable for that.
Those children are in there. They in there.
Yes.
You just as guilty. You just as guilty.
Yes. Yes.
Read that. Elder.
Yes, sir. Romans chapter 1 and verse 22.
Mhm.
Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools.
Fools. That's what y'all doing following this man.
Yep.
Y'all are fools. Y'all thought y'all were wise. He giving you all that history books and AI pictures. Y'all ain't nothing but fools in there. Read.
Verse 23, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man.
Didn't he just do that with all that
Yes.
sexual innuendo?
Exactly what he
just
just
did.
He took the word, the uncorruptible God,
Yes.
and made it to his sexual lust.
Yes.
That's what he did.
Yes.
Read.
Corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things.
They're carnal men.
Yes. Men
Yes,
with
sir.
They're
They
all
are.
carnal men. That's
Yep.
what all those birds, they're all beasts.
Yep.
Ecclesiastes
Yes.
3:18. They
Carnal
all
prophets.
beasts. Yes.
I've never
all
heard of that
prophets.
species of bird before.
Creeping
Corruptible
things that
bird.
go to and from
Yes.
the earth.
Right.
Go ahead, Elder.
Verse 24, wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
through the lust of their own hearts.
Nasty
Yes.
Nate. He got a
That's
porn
him.
problem.
Yeah.
So he see things nastily in pornography because
Yeah.
that's
Lust.
what's in his mind.
Yes.
Got a thug with purple on a
Yeah.
orange
Mhm.
garment.
No, he's just a
Yeah.
porn addict,
Yeah.
That's all.
and that's why he teaching you that.
He's a
Right.
deviant. He's
Yes.
a deviant.
A
And he's
sexual
teaching
deviant.
those men to be deviants because he's
Right.
showing them. The first thing they say, well, the bishop taught it, so it must be all right.
Because
So
he
right
got
there,
the
you
authority.
accepted that wickedness. You said it's
Right.
all right. Following him, following your idol.
Read.
Gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts,
Mhm.
to dishonor their own bodies between themselves.
All them doctrines you got, you mixing it up. Now
Yep.
you destroy, you defile.
Yeah,
now you got
you
your
done
kid-
defiled the whole church.
right with that foolishness.
Yep.
Verse 25, who changed the truth of God into a lie.
Didn't you just see that?
Yes.
So, and you can answer this question yourself.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yes, you just saw it.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
Read.
And worshipped and served the creature
You serve
more.
that beast, Nathaniel,
His
nasty,
doctrine.
nasty
Mhm.
Nathaniel Israel.
Yep.
You
Mhm.
serve that beast more
Yeah.
than you serve God. Y'all
Mhm.
follow
Yeah.
him. Y'all got him on your mind. You got him plastered all over like he the second coming of Christ, and he ain't nothing but the devil.
That's
Yes.
it.
Read.
More than the creator who is blessed forever. Amen.
Amen.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
I digress.
Yes.
Man.
That's why you got to pull down their altars. You got to destroy their
Absolutely.
altars. That's the first commandment. Destroy
Right.
their altars.
Right.
Mhm.
Break
Let me
down
get
their
one.
images. His doctrine. Cut down their groves. All of them prophets up in there claiming to learn up under here. All them trees he got up in there. You supposed to cut them down. You ain't supposed
Cut
to
'em
cry loud,
down.
spare not.
Right.
That's why
Yeah.
he's saying that.
Remember,
Correct
Jesus
them.
was all. Yes. Remember, Jesus was all alone.
Yes.
Go to, Luke 7:34. Even though those disciples, they didn't believe his doctrine as much as they should have.
Right.
Let me show you what this light does. He the IUIC is a body. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
They say it all the time, and that's true.
Luke chapter 7, verse 34.
No, 11:34.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh. And you know, when the head is sick, the whole body is sick.
Yep.
Yep.
Luke chapter 11 and verse 34. The light of the body is
Stop.
the eye.
Now, who's the light over there? Him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he the light bearer, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's part of the body, right? The congregation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is the eye. He interpreted what he see in the scriptures. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, we read.
Is the eye. Therefore, when thine eye is single,
Calm.
thy whole body is full of light.
See that? It go either or. Now, if you got that single eye you see in spiritual, that's all you see in the spiritual interpretation, the parable. You break down the parable. He
Straight
break him
path.
down the thug carnal way.
Yes.
Thug.
But when thine eye is evil,
Nathaniel, he sees it carnal, y'all.
yep,
Yes.
Civil suits are coming. Read.
thy body is full of darkness.
You can't see the light.
You twist the doctrines together.
He's a light bearer, y'all.
Yep.
Hey,
Go ahead. Have a good time.
Hey,
Have a good
Elder Johanna.
Yes, sir.
Elder Blessed to see that reader just put 2 bangers in this chat over here. To
All
go
right, Sirach,
on
23 and
what he
12.
just did.
All right.
Shalom, Elder. Bless see that reader.
Yep. 23 and 12.
It's 12 and 13. Yeah.
All right. We'll read them. Read that, Elder.
Yes, sir. Ecclesiasticus chapter 23 and verse 12. There is a word that is clothed about with death.
See that? That's what he just did. The word that he had closed with
Yes.
death. He getting up in
Yeah.
there, causing you to get off of what the Bible talking about and start thinking about the lust. He just put a doctrine in your head, right? A wicked thought in your head.
Carnal.
And the Most High done already say, flesh and blood can't make it into the kingdom.
Right.
No.
Can't make it.
You ain't getting in here with that.
You can't love one and
Right.
serve the other. He
Right.
said you can't have 2 masters.
Yeah.
Meaning God is not gonna be second.
He jealous.
Stop messing around and learn the spiritual interpretation. We talking about salvation. We ain't talking about no stinking little money for no
Right.
raising for no telethon. We don't need your stinking money. We here to help souls. We actually breaking down the parables.
You know?
God grant that it be not found in the heritage of Jacob.
We showed it earlier, Elder Amos 6 and 8. God hates the excellency of Jacob.
Yes.
That's why he don't want it there.
Yeah, that doctrine, that carnal doctrine, praying that it don't be found. But obviously, you know who Jacob is. That's the carnal, and that's what he did. That cloth of death, he just gave it to y'all with that explanation of what Susanna is talking about. Read.
For all such things
Doctrines.
shall be far from the godly.
He's far from godly. Telling
Yes.
them people that with them children sitting up in that. Read.
And they shall not wallow in their sins.
Sirach is praying that it not be in Jacob, but it
The
is.
swine.
Right.
They swine. They're
Yes.
walling in the mud. The carnal.
Read on.
Verse 13, use not thy mouth to interpret swearing.
Intemperate swearing is what he just did. All right. He just gave you intemperate swearing because what he's doing, swear mean lie. Okay. He's lying and he's causing you to believe a lie. All right.
We went deeper to the explanation of telling lies.
Yes.
For therein is the word of sin.
That's sin. Whenever you teach a person a lie, right? When you're swearing, you're teaching a lie. That's sin. That's what he's telling you. So that bishop, so-called bishop, is in the midst of sin because he's defiling his entire congregation. All praise to the Most High.
All praise.
For that, Elder, blessed to see that reader.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
let me move down on really
Go
quick.
ahead.
We got this cross
Yeah,
stage roads. We're gonna go to the next verse.
Exodus 34 and 14. For thou shalt worship no other God.
As you saw in 32, they were following Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
As you see right here, the people in purple follow Nathaniel.
Yeah.
You see how it's looking? That's an other God.
Yeah.
Because he changing the word of God. He changed the truth of God into a lie.
Yeah.
Read.
For the Lord, whose name is jealous, is
Can't
a
be no-
jealous God.
You can't be no more clear than that.
Right.
Right.
They jealous.
You hate that.
Capitalize.
Yes.
That's his doctrine. Y'all see, he broke it down really what a doctrine is.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's his doctrine. Jealous. That's one of his
Yes.
doctrines.
Yes.
Mhm.
Jealous. Y'all know his name is his eternal name is not jealous. That's his doctrine.
Yes.
Mhm.
He ain't
Yeah.
sharing.
Mhm. Verse 15, lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land.
That purple land that you're looking over there,
Mhm.
that is, you make a covenant with that because you believe in what he's saying.
Yes. Yes.
Read.
And they go a whoring after their gods.
You hang on every word that man say.
Yep.
Yep.
Every word them people say in that purple, you believe that's the truth.
Yep.
Yep.
Read.
And do sacrifice unto their gods.
So you put that beard on your face, you put them fringes on the bottom of your shirt because you sacrificing to them.
Right.
You restrain that old man for them.
Right.
Mhm.
You won't get him. You won't get on him when he's wrong, when he cussing in front of your face and your children and stuff.
Yeah.
So you sacrifice your tongue. Now talk to the men over there at IUIC. You shut your face when he talking filthy, vulgar language in front of your family. You sacrifice that old man then.
Right.
Yes.
And so above all, won't get up and say, you know, I'm not gonna listen to this, and get up and
Right.
walk out. You scared.
Vote with them feet.
Scared, but you get out on the street and y'all huddled up together and shout at people. But three old men came over there and ran all off the corner where they paid they rent.
Right.
Don't you hear that noise? No.
Hypocrite,
Right.
murderers, adulterers, liars.
Yes. And one called thee.
He pulled one precept and y'all believed it.
Yep.
He went there. Let me show you your history in the Bible. Went to Deuteronomy 28:68. See there? That's slave ships. And he called you with that.
Yep.
He didn't
Saying
use two
all
or
that-
three. He used
Yeah.
one.
Yes.
He didn't break down Susanna with 2 or 3 precepts to show you what the woman was, to show you what a gate was, to show you what a garden was.
Yes.
Why would she wash herself? Wash
Yeah.
herself
Right.
with the word. He didn't break all that down.
Nah.
But he said
Right.
2 prophets wanted to go do some sexual acts with a woman in the Bible.
Come on, man.
And y'all believe that. Yep, that's right. That's wrong.
That's
Right.
wrong. Come on now.
Read.
Come on, bro. Simple.
And do sacrifice unto their gods, and one call thee, and thou eat his sacrifice.
He gave you one precept out the Bible and said, this is your history, Deuteronomy 28:68, and you ate his sacrifice. You
Eat
ate
on
his
that.
teaching. You
You
learned his
learned
teaching.
that.
Yep.
Mhm.
His lie.
Verse 16. And thou take of their daughters unto thy sons.
So you broke off that earring once again
Yep.
and went and did it again.
Yep.
That's what he's talking about. You broke that earring off. That golden earring, you broke it off your ear.
Yep.
Read.
And their daughters go a whoring after their gods.
So all that righteousness you was taught growing up, like baby, love your brother, do unto others as you want to do unto me. You threw that, cast that aside, and started following the black man is king, and all other nations are wicked.
Yeah.
That's what you did, and vice versa. Because I know there's some also other nations is watching us. You started learning to hate other people through the word of God. You started whoring after what they were saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
And make thy sons go a whoring after their gods.
That's what y'all doing with all those prophets in there.
Yep.
All those doctrines.
Teaching them lies.
This is the
Teaching them
second
lies.
commandment.
Verse 17. And verse 17, thou shalt make thee no molten gods.
If you go back to the last video, which we taught on the first one, you know what a molten god is. It's a prophet teaching lies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? It's not talking about no statue.
No.
Okay? A molten god is a prophet that's teaching lies.
Yep. Verse 18.
As Aaron was in Exodus 32. He was the
Yes.
molten god. He was the calf.
Mm-hmm.
And he calls them people to be naked.
Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Mhm.
Verse 18, the feast of unleavened bread shalt thou keep.
Mm-hmm.
7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, as I commanded thee in the time of the month Abib.
A beard. What the hell to say? Your baby
got
when
a
you need a
beard
beard.
bone.
When you got a beard bone.
Yep.
You got
Yep.
a beard, but
I say, you little baby.
you're a baby.
No.
That's when you crossed over. But
that's
what's the unleavened bread? Is it that sweet
Wisdom.
cake? Is that the sweet cakes that
No, my friend. No, my
Take
friend.
that beard
That's
bone.
the spiritual. The unleavened bread is the spiritual doctrine.
Right, let's
You
get
ain't
that.
got all them lies telling you that some woman almost got raped by 2 old men back in old Jerusalem. Come on, man. Come on, bro. I mean, that sound like that movie Sinners.
Right.
Come on, man.
Wait, man, I haven't seen it yet.
Spoiler alert.
Well, it was not that. So yeah.
But
Sorry.
1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 7. Purge out, therefore, the old leaven.
all that hate is the old leaven.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, throw up that mess.
That
Please.
stuff you're looking at right there, thinking about the Bible sexual, that's old leaven.
Yep.
Yeah.
Purge out that hate.
Mhm. That ye may be a new lump.
Now you are spiritual.
Yeah. As ye are unleavened.
You purged out all the imperfections out of you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Read.
For even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us.
Christ, the Passover, is once you start understanding there's a spiritual doctrine named
Yes.
Christ,
Yes.
you have now passed over. Once
Yeah.
you can start grabbing 2 or 3 and you see it, oh, okay, that's what that means.
Yeah.
Now you becoming unleavened.
Yes.
You passed over because
Yes.
you see the doctrine of Christ. You
Yeah.
see the parables. Now you're passed over.
And take off that mini skirt, please, man. Please. Y'all sick.
Yeah,
Grown
I
men
can't
with
take
a mini skirt on in the street. I'm telling you what the Bible says, brother. He don't cut you all the way up to your behind. I ain't gonna use another word.
Yes.
You have
the buttocks.
That's what he said. Got you naked in the street. We see your shame, dude.
Come on,
Man.
bro.
Arnold, bro. Dude. Tina, because when I get out there, I am. I'm going to call you Tina Turner.
Man. 1 Corinthians 5 and 8. Therefore, let us keep the feast.
Of God, the Passover. Learn what I'm teaching you.
Yes.
You're
Not
feasting
with
you're feasting right now with this class.
mhm. Not with old leaven.
Not thinking about raping in the Bible
No.
and sexual deviancy with the Bible.
No. Neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness.
Malice is the hatred. Wickedness is what
Right.
you just saw.
Yeah.
Right.
Read.
But with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth.
What did he call it? Unleavened bread?
Sincerity.
Sincerity and truth.
Oh, that's 2, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's two.
Okay. So now you go back and read this again.
Verse 18. The feast of unleavened bread shalt thou keep 7 days. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread.
You got to get full understanding. When you're on the 7th day,
He ain't talking about it's 7 lights. That's what Elder King Yohanan is saying. The 7th level of understanding.
Yes.
That's what he's saying.
Yes.
yes.
That till you get the full understanding.
As I commanded thee in the time of the month Abib.
When you cross over and you start your baby. Hold on, I'm gonna get it. Hold on.
Got
stand
a
by.
beer bone.
Hold on.
Purging out that milk and getting meat at the same time.
Mhm.
Please purge that Carter out and please Dude, stop putting on that miniskirt. It's the wrong man with miniskirts in the street now.
Right.
This man got them in purple and miniskirts in the street.
Man.
Wow.
Think about it, bro. Think about it. Big wheels keep on turning.
Oh, proud Mary, keep on burning.
Man.
Rolling. Holler at that, folks. All right,
Man.
you bad. You bad. Okay, keep it up.
Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 12.
Wow.
For when the time ye ought to be teachers,
Mm-hmm.
ye have need that one teach you again,
Mm-hmm.
which be the first principles of the oracles of God.
You let off the unleavened.
Yes.
Now you're putting on, you letting off that leaven, you're putting on unleavened. Now you're becoming unleavened. Read.
Mhm. And are become such as have need of milk,
You have a bib on because you need milk.
Yes.
and not of strong meat.
Because you can't digest the deep stuff yet until you start getting the small words out the way. That's why we always tell you to go back and watch the first videos, because they're very, 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 very basic. And they start
Very.
teaching, they teach about the words.
Mhm.
Yes. Watch that one with the fringes, the woman, the land,
Mhm.
the man. Watch
Mhm.
those. Yeah.
Verse 13, for everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness.
You got milk. If you were here trying to put together words, you don't have the seventh day. You're
Right.
still in the milk.
Right,
So you're unskillful. You can't stand up to somebody who's been in here doing it for a while.
right. For he is a babe.
And you need a bib.
Mhm. Exodus chapter 34 and verse 18.
Oh boy.
The feast of unleavened bread shalt thou keep 7 days. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread,
You're gonna get the
As-
full understanding.
as I commanded thee, in the time of the month Abib.
Mm-hmm.
For in the month Abib thou camest out from Egypt.
So now you're a baby. You're in the milk now of the
Mhm.
spiritual. When you
Mhm.
come out of Egypt, that captivity.
Mhm.
Yeah, you done learn how to flee wickedness.
Right.
Yeah.
So now,
You saw a man sitting up in there talking
Yes.
about the Bible and talking about some men raping some woman. You said, nah,
Oh my God.
it's time for me to go.
It's a
Right.
parable,
It done
y'all.
went too far. I gotta
It's a
go.
parable.
You had a
And each-
bib. You got your
Right.
bib on right then
Yeah.
and there.
Yeah.
right.
Acts 7:39 is the Egypt what Elder King Johannes talking about. Acts chapter 7 verse 39. Write that down. That's
Right.
a psychological prison, man.
Yeah.
It's the fourth commandment right here.
Exodus chapter 34 and 19. All that opened the matrix is mine.
Your mind. The matrix is your mind. Ain't talking about Neo.
Right.
He's
No.
talking about your mind. That's the matrix.
And every firstling among thy cattle.
Those that's on the chat right now are the firstling of the cattle.
Mm-hmm.
That you're the first followers. You're the cattle, the sheep, the flock. You're the firstlings. Read.
Whether ox or sheep,
Either you're
that
dumb
is male.
or you didn't really know, because this Christ said, my sheep hear my voice.
Mm-hmm.
You meek.
A teacher.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is male.
He's not talking about no female can get. He talk about a prophet.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gender specific.
No,
Mhm.
Not.
It's written in the male form. That's all.
That's all it
Mhm.
is. The woman joint heirs, y'all.
Yeah.
Joint
Right.
heirs. Quit
Become-
treating that woman like a slave. She's not a slave. She's a
You
slave
become-
to the Most High.
you become one flesh.
Yeah.
Then
Right.
you're one
You know
doctrine.
She know
Right.
her position. Man know her position. My wife, she know the lady at work. You know that because heavy things I pick up. I don't allow my wife picking up that heavy stuff. Period.
Right.
Right.
I'm the most dominant with muscles and everything. So
Mhm.
I'm, you know what I mean. She know but her place, and I know my place. But we
Mhm.
equal.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Exodus
on.
chapter.
Hold on. Somebody called Somebody call my.
Well, you know, we'll figure it out.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah, somebody that called my.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're just gonna keep moving.
All right.
All right.
Exodus chapter 34 and verse 20. But the firstling of an ass thou shalt redeem with a lamb.
Who's the lamb?
Christ.
Oh,
No, you lamb.
so
Mhm.
The loyal follower.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
right.
The person that's simple. That's what he
Yeah.
want you, a loyal follower from that simple
Yes.
plate person out there still got fringes on the bottom of the shirt. That's what we got to do. Doing the Tina
Right.
Turner in the street.
Right.
But
You-
it's interesting how it's saying that. You're gonna turn a person from stubborn to humble.
Yes.
That's what it's telling you.
Mhm.
Yes.
Read.
And if thou redeem him not,
By the truth.
Mm-hmm.
then shalt thou break his neck.
So thou shalt not kill. So you're not carnally going to break his neck.
No.
You're going to break his
No.
doctrine. You're going to
Yes.
shatter his doctrine
Neck
in
is a
pieces.
bone. That's
Mhm.
a bone.
You see how Elder Kenyon Hannah broke that down? He don't have an evil eye. He weighed the fire. He
Yes.
weighed the fire. He said, break his neck. Said the most I say, don't thou shalt not kill. The bone, the neck is the bone.
Yeah.
See, he don't have an evil eye. When you read the Bible, Carnal got an evil eye. The
Right.
neck, and I'm gonna give you the precepts for it. Exodus chapter 12, verse 46 and 47. Thou shalt not break a bow, thou shalt not break your word. Numbers chapter 30, verse 1 and 2. See that? Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 1 and 2. The doctrine. He don't have an evil eye. Nathaniel reads the Bible, he got an evil eye, and everybody see what he sees going into that lake of fire.
That's why he told him he's stiff neck.
Right.
They got a stiff neck. So you got to break that stiff neck.
All the firstborn of thy sons thou shalt redeem,
With the word.
and
Born
none
again. Born again. Yes.
and none shall appear before me empty.
You need not, I ain't talking about having liquor bottles at a feast.
No.
He talking about you supposed to have some precepts with you. Like all the elders putting precepts in the chat.
Yeah.
They're not
Okay.
empty.
That's the
Right.
gift. That's the
That's the
gift
gift,
that
right.
you bring to the altar.
They're not showing up empty to the
Right.
class. They contributing.
Yeah.
The
I'm
bottle.
putting in their,
Mhm.
yes, they putting their tithes in. They putting no oblations in.
Yeah.
That's what you don't appear empty. Bring the precepts.
Blessed he that readeth, Elder Mishi, Elder Anderson, Elder Patricia. They bringing the precept.
Right.
Elder Janice.
You see where I'm at? Okay, yeah. There we go.
Verse 21, 6 days thou shalt work.
So we just saw what the work was earlier. It was in the tablets.
Right.
So 6 day, when you're on the 6th day, you got understanding, but you're searching the precepts to find out, to get the full understanding, to teach your class. That's you laboring. You putting your class together. That's the 6 days that you're doing. Read.
But on the 7th day thou shalt rest.
You cannot find Saturday in the Bible. He's talking about when you got the full understanding, you fully believe in what you're teaching, you got rest in your mind because you know you're confident in what you're teaching.
Yes. Isaiah 62 and 7 is your rest. Jerusalem. That's what Elder is saying. That's your rest. You got the belief, you know the understanding of it. That's where your rest is. Jerusalem. Jesus said, man, how to worship him in Jerusalem. He said, man should worship God in Jerusalem. So how you gonna worship God in Jerusalem and you in Atlanta or a state, another state? You gonna pack up and leave to go worship God there when God is everywhere. He just don't dwell in the earth. The carnal interpretation. Where to find y'all? Worship him in this spiritual interpretation is the doctrine of Jerusalem.
Yes.
Zechariah 12 and 6.
Yes. In earing time and in harvest thou shalt rest.
When you're teaching, the harvest is right now. You're in the harvest right now when you're in the class. We're teaching is going forth and is bringing forth God's people. That's what we're harvesting. We're the laborers. All right.
Verse 22. And thou shalt observe the feast of weeks.
This is the sixth commandment, the feast of weeks. Hey, Elder, you broke this down earlier this week. Yeah, say the Lord word. Yeah,
this is
break it
because
down.
y'all know Pentecost is coming soon, right? And we're gonna make something that we're gonna address that Pentecost. But there's an interesting concept with Pentecost, and that's all about. It's talking about the education levels of people of
That's
prophet.
all it is.
That's
That's
what
all
it's
it
talking
is.
about. It ain't talking about what y'all getting up in here and y'all getting ready to have these feasts and whatever. Y'all gonna go and go out to the basketball court and shoot some basketball hoops or something over there at the park or something like that.
Silly.
That's what they
Silly.
used to do. I don't know what they do now, but at the end of the day, it ain't no feast where you eat physical food.
Not
all right?
physical.
It's talking about something that you're learning.
Learning.
All right. So, but that's a commandment. You have to reach a certain level. All
Every
right?
week got 7 days, right?
Yes.
7, you learn that process. 7, you learn that process. 7, you learn that process. 7, you learn. That's what it's talking about, y'all.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it on in a couple weeks here. But go ahead, Elder.
Of the first fruits of wheat harvest.
Well, the wheats is separated from the tares.
Yes.
All the wheat, so the righteous is gonna get separated from the wicked.
Yes.
Read.
And the feast of ingathering at the year's end.
When the teaching gets completed, that's gonna gather the people in, because you're gonna see it in your mind. That's why he told you before. Those who open the matrix are mine. So once you start,
and also the in gathering,
Insight.
that's tabernacles. You got the insight. You dwell, the Most High dwelling in you. You got the doctrine.
Yes.
right?
Y'all see what's going on?
The insight. You're getting the insight.
Yes.
And
The
how do you?
actual insight, the spiritual interpretation, the gathering to Christ, the doctrine.
You believing in the doctrine.
Yeah.
There's the seventh commandment.
You the booth.
Right.
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 You're the booth. You're the temple. You're
Right.
the house. All
Will
that.
ye
That's
not?
you.
The mansion. You the
Yes,
mansion.
the palace.
You the
All
palace.
that. That's you.
Yeah.
Right.
Some people got shacks.
Right.
Got a hut.
tried
Oh,
to
that
buy
man
the-
over there got a shack.
Yeah, he,
Right.
boy, he got.
That
Oh my
man,
God.
Come on, bro. The priest
Hey,
want to
you
rape the prisoner? Come
Right.
on, man. Come on,
Man.
bro.
And they sit there and listen to that mess.
Yeah, man.
Right.
All right, bro.
That's the sixth
Then get
commandment right
drunk
here.
afterwards. Yeah.
Sixth commandment right here.
Verse 23. Thrice in the year shall all your children appear before the Lord God.
How many times?
Thrice. Three.
How many witnesses you need to have
Three.
before you should
Three.
appear before the Lord?
Yes.
It's telling you the law right here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you appear before the Lord. You got to go get 2 or 3 witnesses in this Bible to get the understanding. You got to find it. That's the work you're doing. 3 times a year. That's how you get it.
The God of Israel. Verse 24. For I will cast out all the nations before thee and enlarge thy borders. Neither
What he's saying is he gonna cause all of those old doctrines to go away.
Yes.
And his
He's
doctrine
gonna enlarge your spiritual doctrine that you
Yes.
gonna start teaching. That's
Yes.
what he's telling.
And that John 11:48 is the hypocritical nation. IUIC, the one where it's doctrine.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the 7th.
Neither shall any man desire thy land.
Like those two priests
Right.
desired
Oh, so-
Joachim, or whatever names
Susanna.
His land,
Yes.
Susanna.
Mhm.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? That,
Yes.
once y'all know what the words mean, y'all see he's saying you ain't gonna covet your brother doctrine because y'all gonna have the same doctrine.
Right.
Come on, man.
When thou shalt go up to appear
Up.
up
Yeah.
to
Spiritually.
appear before the Lord thy God thrice in the year.
The year's understanding. Day is wisdom.
Yes.
Mhm.
See, the year is 12, y'all.
Yes.
That's what Elder Johannes saying. We just hear because it's a lot to bring out, so we add in what it means. Because a year
just
is
talking it
12.
through.
You got to get the understanding. 12. Because it
Completion.
says the
Yep.
same thing in Deuteronomy 16:16.
Mhm.
You bring Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in. You bring the rest of the prophets in. 3 times a year. You're gonna weigh the fire with it. You're gonna bring in a novel called a spiritual, using 2 to 3 precepts. In a year, 12 mean to understand the level of understanding what it actually means. God say he choose the place. Nathaniel over there, he choose the place. God say he choose the place. The place is what he's talking about, is the doctrine in your mind. The root.
Right.
You've been brainwashed, IUIC. It was Susa coming.
Right.
Man, it's unfortunate.
Quite.
Verse 25. Thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leaven.
You do not mix the doctrine.
Right.
You don't put carnal and spiritual together.
Right.
That's what he's
Kind of
saying.
bread that is.
You don't
Sound
take
like red velvet cake.
right. You don't mix the doctrines.
Right.
You don't put carnal. I'm gonna show you Susanna, but I'm gonna show you that clothes is the word of God, but I'm over here is something else.
Right.
It keep changing. That's mixing the doctrine. Also mixing the doctrine is putting AI pictures with the word of God and saying that's what it means.
Yes. You implant that seed in somebody's head before they even read the scripture and get the. And we know that brainwashing, witchcraft, that sorcery. We know it over here. They do it to black folks. Let's keep it real. You're doing it to your own people that you love so much.
Right.
I don't know about that because you're locking people up. You know what I'm saying? That was innocent.
No, we can't talk about that.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
That's another show.
And they're doing the best that they can, but you don't took the money, robbed the people of your salvation.
Right. Then broke his arm, patting himself on the back. All right, bro.
Dang.
Yeah.
With leaven, neither shall the sacrifice of the feast of the Passover be left unto the morning.
Explain what you're saying.
Yes.
Give it to them so they can understand it. Right. So they left until the morning, because if not, they're still in darkness.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And they ain't talking about go over here and get you a belly full of meat, because all I got is till the end of if the sun come up, I done broke the law.
Don't
be a glutton that day.
You simple.
Don't throw away no good meat for nobody.
Yes. He said, teach it till the morning, till they get the light.
Yes.
Till they get the light.
Yes.
You've been brainwashed. Silver suits are coming.
Verse 26. The first fruits of thy land thou shalt bring into the house of the Lord thy God.
First fruits is what we teach him.
He said the house of the Lord. Nobody else's house. The house of the Lord.
Yes. That means
the spiritual interpretation.
Yes, the spiritual interpretation of what the words mean. That's the doctrine.
Thou shalt not seethe a kid in his mother's milk.
How come they don't keep this law?
Right.
Correct.
They
They
put the
showed,
pictures up,
they
though. They
showed,
burned.
they showed went and boiled up a couple of them
They
kids
tattooed.
last week with that thing about Susanna.
See
Right.
They brain been
they
scorched, ain't it,
kid.
bro?
We up in there
Mhm.
scorching them with that foolishness,
Right.
man. That ain't nothing but a bunch of garbage. Y'all sitting up
Right.
there thinking y'all actually getting some nourishment. That man killing y'all. He
Right.
killing
Killing
your
y'all, bro.
understanding, your wisdom. Y'all don't know what none of that stuff mean. And it's
None
a
of
shame.
it.
If you in the mother's milk, you still on the breast.
Yes.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
not drawn from the milk, a wean from the
Jerusalem
breast.
is the mother. Mhm.
Right. So you
Yeah.
can't go precept upon precept.
Yeah. He
No,
ain't teaching. He
hold
ain't
on,
teaching
let me-
Jerusalem.
Hold on. Let me
Right.
go
You
get
ain't teaching. He
They
ain't
gonna be like,
teaching
what is
Jerusalem
your
at all.
hunting? What is your hunting talking about? For those
There
who-
was Susa coming. I can't believe that man took my money like that. Well, you better believe it.
Right.
He the devil.
Mhm.
Get
Yeah.
your
Isaiah. Yep. Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge?
We're talking about knowledge.
And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
Mm.
Them that are weaned from the milk.
So you're not in your mother's milk anymore. Stay in the
No.
milk, brother. Stay in the milk. You read?
Right.
Stay stupid, brother. Stay stupid.
Right.
Right. And drawn from the breasts.
That's what he's talking about.
When you
Right.
when you in that milk, that man can go ahead and tell you, look here, man, just go on ahead and take these magic beans here, man. Dig your little hole.
Mhm.
You gonna get your beanstalk.
You're gonna get a stalk that's gonna go all the way up to these clouds up in here.
Mm.
Now that's the
Man.
milk.
Right.
It's
Right.
a lie.
Right.
Right.
Y'all boiled in that lie. He done put his fire to that lie
Yeah, man.
and made you think two old men wanted to rape a righteous woman in the church.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
Come on, man.
It's a parable, y'all.
Come on,
y'all
y'all.
sick. You got
That's
evil
when
eyes. You
that's
read it
when
like that.
a kid is seized in his mother's milk.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Ah.
We love you so much.
Right.
Yes, we
Right.
do.
And it's the 10th.
Verse 27. And the Lord said unto Moses, write thou these words,
Mm.
for after the tenor of these words I have made a covenant with thee and with Israel.
When you write down these words, you're putting down your notes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's your notes. When you take a class, write down your notes. Write them down spiritually, like we have them in the chat. Write these words down so everybody knows where to find the precepts for each one of these words. He's
Mhm.
telling you to write these words. All right. That's the covenant he made between you. So now you know what milk is because we went to the precepts to show you what milk was. You write that down so you remember it, and it'll always be in your mind.
Yes.
Verse 28. And he was there with the Lord 40 days and
Hey,
40.
Elder. Go
Yes,
back
sir.
to where you were with 27, if you don't mind. I'm sorry. Because if we missed one word, that word, read that again, Elder.
Yes, sir. Verse 27. And the Lord said unto Moses, write thou these words
Now he going to clarify what words he's talking about. Read.
after the tenor
Stop.
of
Stop. What is a tenor?
Sound.
That's a male that sings high.
Yeah,
high
high pitch.
pitch voice.
Ah, good.
Ah.
I like that.
Spiritual. Spiritual.
Yeah.
He
Mhm.
said right this. Spiritual.
I love it.
Spiritual. He's separating right then. See, that's how we elders do this. A lot of time we don't say nothing. We say, we'll wait till another class and this and that. And then Elder King and Hannah, he'll bring up some, and I bring up some, Steph bring up some, because it's a lot to cover. These are idle words. He said that spiritual right there. These the
Right.
words that I want you to write. Tenor. And that tenor most likely is a male. It's a doctrine, y'all.
Right.
These male doctrines dominate all the rest of the doctrines.
Right.
See that?
You see, I'm smiling. I know y'all can't see me smile, but I'm smiling through the microphone. I love it.
Oh, I believe it. Hey, I
you
do
know
the
about
same.
something, you be like, oh my goodness, I forgot.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that word tenor. That because he's singing a song, he said this song.
Yeah.
I want you to write these tenor
I just
words.
brought
in
out
your
I brought out Colossians 3:16 and wasn't even thinking about it. It didn't cross my
Yeah.
mind. My mind be
Yeah.
focused
All
somewhere
praise.
else. That was
The
beautiful.
spiritual. The
Yeah.
All praise.
spiritual. He's separated right there. The Most High so smooth.
Right.
Yes.
So smooth. Bro, he sit back and them lawsuits are coming. Get all the money. Nathaniel, tell them to give you all their money. Give all the money. And you're not going to beat this doctrine, boy.
Right. The high words. That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
All praises. I love it. That's why we form like Voltron.
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
Verse 28. And he was there with the Lord 40 days.
So he got the fourth day.
Mhm.
Yes.
And 40 nights.
So he went through different courses. Read.
Mhm. He did neither eat bread
So now
nor
he's becoming unleavened because he put that old bread away, that
Mhm.
carnal bread.
Mhm. nor drink water.
Water is the word, Ephesians 5:26, Sirach 15:3. So now he put away that old Egyptian or
The
that
dumb
that,
water.
that dumb water that had him in captivity, that carnal water.
Yes.
And he wrote upon the tables the
Uh-huh.
words of the covenant.
That God just gave him.
Mhm. The 10 commandments.
So he just wrote you the 10 commandments of Exodus 34.
All praise. All praise to the Most High.
Yeah, because that was the new tablet what he gave you. The new.
Thank you for that miracle, Elder.
All praises.
Yes, sir.
All praise.
Praise
to
the
the Most
Most
High.
High.
All right. So I don't know. Do we make time? 3 hours, 38 minutes, 2 hours, 38 minutes.
Yeah, 2:38. Yeah, that's great.
Oh, hold on. Let me get one more thing. I don't want to leave this off. I did say it. So Moses had to teach the people again.
Mm-hmm.
All praise to the Most High.
All praise.
So in Deuteronomy, he taught them again. I mean, he's going to say something here that most people should do, but they don't do.
Mm-hmm. Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse 1. And Moses called all Israel and said unto them, Hear, O Israel, the statutes and judgments which I speak in your ears this day.
So now he putting golden earrings back in their ears again.
Mm-hmm.
See?
That ye may learn them and keep and do them. Verse 2. The Lord our God made a covenant with us in Horeb.
So he's giving them, he gave you a doctrine, which y'all threw away.
Verse 3. The Lord made not this covenant with our fathers.
So now this is off of who's the fathers?
Abraham,
Isaac, and no, it was Israel.
Israel, excuse me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But with us, even us, who are all of us here alive this day.
All of us that's
Alive.
right in the spiritual right now, as you listen to it. You're alive because you got the spirit.
Prophecy.
Right.
Yes. It's happening now, y'all. That's what the elder's saying. That's what it's happening right now. He making it with you.
Verse 4. The Lord talked with you face to face.
Doctrine to doctrine. Because we went from, we go to each one of our classes, we got what, 269 plus whatever's in the live. That's Doctrine of doctrine. Every question you had, we have an answer for it. We studied it, they get the answer for it. So God met you face to face. Your doctrine to God's doctrine.
In plainly,
Right.
in the mount out of the midst of the fire.
So you were in Mount Sinai because you were in a lie. So God had to teach you that in the midst of the fire. The fire is the word. But guess what Moses said?
Verse 5. I stood between the Lord and you at that time.
Oh, he telling you something. He was in between you and your understanding. Moses stood there. You didn't have God in your head. You had what I said on your head.
He was pulling a block.
Yes, it was a block.
That's very important right there, but because that's why God got on. He put Moses. He put too much emphasis on the carnal than the spiritual. Now these people actually make their money off of Passover. Passover killing the old man and tabernacle. Because you're in the wilderness, you don't even know what we're talking about. I'm talking the ones just tuning in to us. The elders that has been watching us know what we're talking about. Pentecost. You said you supposed to be bringing in new fruit, new people, not no corn and all that stuff. That's food for the Most High. The understanding. That's what he's talking about, y'all. It's a level of understanding now, and that's what Moses had vexed the people with at that time. They took too much emphasis on the carnal, and don't let Nathaniel get away with this, cause he's watching us. He knows, so he gonna lie. I didn't know. Now you know.
Yeah.
Don't let them get away. Can lie too. Don't leave them out. Y'all accept those. They know. We teach them, but they took the money anyway and ran with it. Now they got you on the corner like Tina Turner. And I like Tina Turner. I'm not saying, but she they doing it. That's what I'm saying. They're doing a shimmy.
I stood between the Lord and you at that time to show you the word of the Lord. For ye were afraid by reason of the fire.
What he taught you. What that carnal prophet taught you.
And went not up unto the mount.
You didn't go above. You didn't rise above that congregation.
You got comfortable in the carnal.
Right.
Yes.
Saying, verse 6, I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out.
He said,
Right. He said, I.
Which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage.
Okay, so I hope you guys learned a lot. Seen the new
Praise.
the commandments that he had in Exodus 34 that you probably passed over. As you know, a lot of people just don't they surpassed the Old Testament like that. But most I put that on my heart to share with you guys at two tables.
All praise.
And hope you like it.
Yeah. Everybody got a lot of understanding and wisdom out of that. And it's funny how the Most High, he do things the way he do things. Cause what that last class that you gave is a setup. Setup move. What they call that old alley-oop.
Alley-oop.
Yeah. So if you guys want, go back and watch the other class, then come back to this class. It'll make sense to you then. It's total package. I couldn't teach y'all in one time. Right. But if y'all notice, Elder Samuel kept saying levels. All right. Because it's levels to this thing. And Moses went, them people heard whenever the 10 Commandments came out, them people heard them 10 Commandments. Right. And then Moses went to enshrine them 10 Commandments. Right. But by the time he done gone and got the thing enshrined, them people done turned up and they done went and started following something else. So Moses had to, Most High gave Moses some other stuff that them people needed to learn in order to keep them on track. So what's happening is they're learning here. All right, that sustains them for a little while. Then they get to this point right here, they get distracted. You got to give them something else. You got to give them more wisdom. That's why as y'all keep looking at these classes, these courses that we keep teaching, we keep adding and adding and adding more stuff to it. And it's designed to keep you active in learning the Most High's doctrine so that you don't get distracted and then get bored and you lose your zeal and then you go following somebody else. All right. So the Most High, he keep giving us that information. But that information that he just gave y'all, he started talking about certain levels. And one of those levels that was mentioned was the Pentecost. All right. One of them was the Feast of Unleavened Bread. One of them was Feast of Tabernacles. Y'all see what's going on?
Yes,
but
sir.
y'all don't know why he's saying doing it. He just gave it to you. That's the second table.
You gave it to
Right.
him. That's it.
That's the second table. That's the
The
part
true
y'all
meaning
don't
of
know about. Y'all don't know what that stuff actually means.
Yeah, the true
Right.
meaning of it. Yeah.
Right. And so when we meet again, and I know we probably we probably won't be here for the next week. So we're gonna make sure that we overload y'all with all them classes that we've done before. We're gonna put them on the other side so they can have access to those, so to give you guys something to do.
Yeah,
You know,
we don't want you following
in
Aaron.
our absence, because there's some things that's happening, and
Right.
but we'll be back.
Right.
Not this coming week, but the week after that, and we're gonna discuss some things to do with the unleavened bread, the Pentecost, and tabernacles and stuff like that. So whenever we come back, that's what we're gonna be focusing on. So just know, if you want to take some time to go on ahead and start looking up some scriptures in that and whatnot, so y'all can have some oblations that the Most High giving y'all, so that y'all can add to the class. Y'all know how I do mine. We want everybody to go on in there and get some of it. You know what I mean? So
And we love you elders, what you're doing, and blessed he that readeth. You're doing a remarkable job.
All praises.
Let me see. Shalom,
Cortez too.
Elder
Elder
Cortez,
Cortez,
Yeah,
Elder Patricia,
Elder Patricia.
Elder Misha.
Yes.
Yeah. This
We got-
thing is to save souls.
Yes.
Y'all see that we ain't concerned about that money. Money
Right.
coming.
Right.
But we ain't concerned about that. We more concerned about souls, brother. Y'all see our job, as far as the Israelite job, you had one job, one talent. He gave you one talent, one skill to do, and you failed.
Yep.
You failed.
Elder Ezra, shout out.
Oh yes, Elder
Of course,
Ezra.
blessed he that readeth.
All
Yeah.
praise.
Yes. But we love y'all, man. I
Elder
talk
Sharon.
y'all.
rough sometimes, but I mean what I say, and I say what I mean, because I see what's going on. These
Elder
guys-
live free. Hold on, Elder live free. Shalom.
Oh, elderly free.
Live free.
Oh, live
Yes.
free.
Mm.
Okay.
Live free. All
All
praises.
praise to the Most High.
All
All
praise.
praise. But they're
I
making
thought I saw
slaves
Titus
out these people.
earlier.
Yeah. Of you?
DeAngelis.
Mm-hmm.
I saw DeAngelis on
Okay. All
Mhm.
praises.
there. Yeah.
All praise.
Let's see what else we got. Y'all keep doing the good work, man. Keep doing the good work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I want to give a shout out to my man, Rasta Tafari.
Yeah. Lex for life.
No, Lex for life. He kicking
Yeah.
it too.
Lex for
Yeah,
life.
All
Elder
praise.
Dexter.
All
Elder
praise.
Dexter. He definitely came through for us too.
Yes.
You know,
Mhm.
so we love that. We love Elder Eliashib and his wife,
Yes.
and we just so thankful for him, and we praying for his wife health. We keep all our elders in prayer, and we
Yes.
constantly, and we praying for those young men over there. We know they still captive,
Yeah.
and they
And-
sick, and at the end of the day, all we can do is pray. Hopefully they'll figure it out before it's too late, cause
Yeah.
it is what it is. Y'all seeing what's going on.
That's right.
Mhm.
Pray for us too. Keep us up in prayer.
keep on Uncle Stephen in prayer.
Yes.
Stephen need extra prayer.
Man.
Just be honest with you. Y'all pray for me.
take it out of my belt, boy. I tell you the truth.
It sounds. I'm gonna take my belt off.
Oh,
I
man.
can't believe y'all went
Hey,
back in
man.
slavery. I can't
I'm
believe it.
telling you.
Yeah.
That's what's happened. And the second command, 10 commandments, the second table is designed to keep you on track, y'all.
Yes.
It's designed to keep you on track. We're gonna delve more into it, and y'all gonna see how it fit together. It's fun. I mean, the Most High, He infinite in His wisdom, but I did not know that Elder Yohanan's class was gonna intersect with what the Most High said. Hey, Pentecost getting ready to come. Make sure you teach about that Pentecost. Then I'm sitting up here and I start getting deep and deep. And then I said, oh, wait a minute. And then he teach the class and I'm sitting there, I'm like, look at that, man. That thing fit together like a glove.
All praise.
Wow. The Most High, man, He know what He doing. That's what, like I say, whenever they done been teaching y'all what, God, He repented. Man, the Most High know what He doing, man. He repent. Are you serious? Look, bro, He gave him more time. Okay,
Right, that's
all.
I'm giving you more opportunity to go on ahead and get a few more before I give up on you, Moses.
He said he got feelings. He said, I'm a jealous. He said, my doctrine is jealousy.
Right. Come on, bro. The Most High don't make no mistakes,
my
bro.
name jealous. I'm a jealous guy.
That's right.
I'm a jealous guy.
I don't know what you
All
want.
praises to the Most High.
Hey, he said, you pick him over me? Okay. All right. I'm going to take my time.
Yes.
And I'm going to do it
Yeah,
nice, slow, and easy.
God said I'm possessive boyfriend.
That's right.
Man.
But say, if I can't have you, nobody can.
Man.
That's right.
All praises, man.
Oh, that's right.
All praise.
Oh, that's right. All praises to the Most High. Guys, it's always wonderful when we're able to come together like this. And
yes, silver suits are coming.
But it was a wonderful class you did there, Elder Yohanan.
All praise.
All praise.
If nobody else has anything else, we're gonna let y'all go so y'all can go on and face the east. But if nothing else, we gonna go ahead and bid you all a shalom.
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 What did you want? Oh, right.